house, how to get it, big 5s for 50. Now who you bank with? Break, you with me. Send me Diddy Bop on the Scully pot and sugar on the skizzy. Look like a percentage, you couldn't get a knife in it like Skippy. If you can send me dick strictly for pretty bitches, send up on ice and twist with this with it, raw, risky British. Sour Skittle trip 656, Chevy keep a stick, name me in the mix with it. Cost a lemon out of the block, let every shot twist. Coffee grinder with watch this. By the cop cribs, pop crisp. Might be popular, but you not this. The block got a switch, boy.
Jose must extract the cocaine from the plant. A complicated process which involves many chemicals. First, he adds cement to the chopped up coca leaves.
He's measuring out to the cup. Cement powder. I mean, this takes squashing grapes for me to a whole new fucking level. Almost like finishing a fucking souffle with fresh icing powder. Wow.
Check it, get it, yeah, listen. Time evolve, it's uncontrol the earth. Watch me yoke a microphone, we can put in it work. With sentiments of hell from where the people dwell. Some exist where the rich consider living in hell. Nowadays I feel the need to change my scene up. From cash and death come between us. With like Mamiya, Preta, dies of a pretty senorita. Watch her hike at 90, she might be wifey with the prenup. Look above, gray skies is overhead. Home for eyes, watch and follow the ones that's overfed. Best believe teeth come out, accounts is in the red. Young brothers smoking, hopefully they know the ledge. Some don't, some joke though, others prevail. Watch the ones cut throat, the mental strain of a well. 9 to 5, like fuck that, this shit ain't for the others prevail. Watch the ones cut throat, the mental strain. Well, get the sore perspective. Rather grind and see you sell. Either way, words of the day. Today is called diem, flex your mental muscle. Hustle AM to the PM, back to AM. The pressure trying to press me under. Niggas stressing, the type of shit to make you wonder. What's life really? Hustle sundown to sun up, but we get busy. Becoming shifty motherfuckers. What the eyes see, breeze greed and turn the hunger into seed. So I proceed to keep it on the humble, yo, still. I think I need an intervention. I'm steady breathing, won't release attention. The pressure building, too deep trapped within a sentence. We're going through it. The numerous dimension, yeah. Type of pressure can make your head burst. So I sit down and seek all the self. Don't need the church for what it's worth. Until the big payout is kept up in the struggle, trying to find my way out. Yo, make money, night and day. Say,
make money, night and day.
Come on, make money, night and day. Say,
make money, night and day.
Yo, make money, night and day. Say,
make money, night and day.
Come on, make money, night and day. Say it,
light it,
Make money,
and
night
check it, yeah. A lesson I can share, you are not aware. 21st century, composing in my career. Crossing over the border, the only thing I declare is my government status. Customs, they don't care, regardless, they gonna search my whip, looking for some shit. Lyrics I flip with the brick that I do admit. Maybe I'm familiar with my gift, honestly, yo, I drift. And in the prop of a cliff, I'm just a simple vocalist with a lot of say they talking red. And they looking at me like you gotta pay. Educated my whole squad, like to learn the hard way. Locked up, soon you touch road and we parlay true. Made it through with the people I cater to, who understand the assignment and what I came to do. Represented the crew who knew from the debut. It's real enough about me, nigga, what say you? You're not breaking neck, just to raise a threat. Come on, place a bet every moment I slay and wreck. Do it for my reputation, just to gain respect. And if I die, you know that I came correct. Ain't a ground to talk, we're holding a loaded gun. Yo, let's get it poppin'. Maybe I'm the only one. Everybody be seated, the show is just begun. And put it out of perspective and surely collect the sum, nigga. Yeah.
say,
make money, night and day.
come on, make money, night and day. Say,
Make money, night and day.
yo, make money, night and day. Say,
Make money, night and day.
come on, make money, night and day. Say it.
Make money, night and day.
Word up. Who did get you some motherfucking Dutches and shit, you know what I'm saying? Twist something the fuck up, listen my nigga Hush the fucking Kingpin. Hosted by your motherfucking man Rock Marciano, Cognac tape, bitch. Yo Huss, let these niggas know what the fuck is poppin', nigga. Pimp Stat in the building, nigga, we going in there, it's a climb.
Albert Einstein, gun pal, sundown. Paper chase, run them down, full court, velour shorts. Line litigator, you soft. Rock the cross, you don't know about him. Live from the Kingpin sanctum. Ring of ransoms, split the mill 10 ways up for my grandsons. I'm fashion, fly chromosomes, keep a knucker handsome. Gunsmith, my blicky don't jam, son. 37 Falcon. Living color fly girls, your bitch twat leak sperm. 100,000 for my freaks perm. That's war bucks, blood money. Your bitch crawl the ground for me. Ty, Kingpin shit, that's what the guards play. Everything fly, Sade.
Cognac tape, bitch.
The Dominican Republic is fertile ground for smugglers. Only the unlucky few will get caught. Many politicians and police here take bribes to look the other way.
Hey, yo, yo, yo. Hey, yo, yo, yo. I'm playing the music out of my speakers right now, so hopefully you don't. Hopefully it's not double dipping from my microphone. Let me let people know I'm streaming on Twitter. Let's do it. All right.
Cream of the planet, and I know they can't stand it. Upper hand, even if I'm at a disadvantage. I see death around the corner, advance hearing from the paranoia. It's guards and drug dealers, sensimilla aromas. Owners of the coveted jewels that's placed upon us. Mistaken honor, have your life perceived as a garner remorse. Raise the vibrations of my aura. These monkeys on my back, angels yelling, devil get up off them. Code of the street conduct, chalk your losses. And build wild visions of Boston that can feel the sky. Study and gain attributes, master the skills align. Cheering with daggers behind them, I can feel the vibe. Ill-advised, living with snakes, they suffocate to thrive. We breeding killers like yellow jackets escaping hives. My brown flesh reflects sun since ancient times. They played the kingdom, they try to make us break the ties. Knock the nose off the sphinx till the people rise. Whose world is this? Yo, we shining as the phoenix fly. Building on the lesson ahead. Abandon who we are till we're less than a man. They want us locked, all pressing the can. So I let the wisdom manifest in this jam. Building on the lesson ahead. Abandon who we are till we're less than a man. They want us locked, all pressing the can. So I let the wisdom manifest in this jam. Scientifically fit to speak the gift. Dumb, deaf, and blind, read the lips, wondering how deep it gets. He's prominent, warrior king to the sarcophagus. Bioweapon launcher from every thought responding. To galactic energy embalmment, preserving my force so my lineage can call it. I throw a spin cycle on your brain washing. We all pass, don't all share the same coffin. Add on to the
Anyway, all right, okay. I'm just trying to do some stuff, some polls, whatnot.
Search discipline and guidance. Figureheads.
All right. How's it going, guys? Hopefully the sound is cool. You can see me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's turn on the light real quick. All right, all right. What we doing? Obviously I don't stream very consistently, so I don't expect to get many viewers, but if you're here, then let me know if the audio's appropriate. Let me know if it's you know, good or bad, if you can hear the music, if it comes out through the microphone. Usually I play on my speakers, so I mean usually I play on my headphones, but now it's playing on the speakers, so I don't know if the audio's kind of messed up. So anyway, so what are we doing here? First off, let's turn on this light so you can see me a little better. I'm kind of dark. I mean, I'm already dark. My skin is dark, but there's another layer of darkness. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Let's close that. All right. So, dude, the Logitech G Hub. It's been so long since I streamed. I don't even remember how to turn on my little stage light. It's like an OnlyFans light, bro. Okay. So, you know, always wants a new download. Dang. Why can't AI do that? Just automatically update all my software. Where's AI for that? Anything useful is at large. That's crazy. Anyway, let's turn on the lights, shall we? How's that? The problem with this is I don't really like a bright light on me, honestly, especially during the nighttime. So to me, this is, even though it's still too dark, but whatever, dude. You know? So whatever, it's cool. It's cool. How's that? Okay, so briefly, actually fuck that, let me do another poll. How do you do a multiple question poll? How do you do a multiple question poll? Shit. Dude, I'm so illiterate when it comes to this stuff. Okay, yeah, now, oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Hold on. So fuck this poll. Let me do another one. And how do you do like a not a yes or no, but yeah. Okay.
Everything happens for a reason. Commit the treason and it'll be a season soon. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Everything happens for a reason. Commit the treason and it'll be a season soon. Damn,
fuck a poll, whatever. It's cool to learn how to do that. These are the most rudimentary activities as a live streamer, but you know, I'm not used to this, I guess. All right. So yeah, right now, what are we doing here? All the camera was turned off. I've been doing a lot of artistic works, you know. I actually successfully, you may have heard from the community notes, I did my own fighting game art for an arcade stick. So I drew my own fighting game art. It took months. Each character, planned it out, drew all my primary main characters for fighting games that require an arcade stick. Obviously, I wanted to do more characters, maybe like Soul Calibur, you know, Smash Brothers, but usually I don't use those for arcade stick. So any characters that I normally use for arcade stick throughout the history of me playing fighting games that I've considered my main, I added to this artwork that I've done. I streamed it a couple times, you may have seen it, but so it was completed, sent it to Focus Attack, they printed it out, they sent it to me, and I installed it. So that's gonna be a whole video. 2026 is gonna be a year that I'm gonna be coming back as a content creator. Just through the context of what I'm already doing as a animator and as an artist, right? So I'm gonna have a whole series of videos when it comes to the making of how did I draw my own arcade stick art for my arcade stick. So that's already done. Actually, I kind of cracked the panel, so I have them sending me another one. I had to pay for it again, but they gave me a 25% discount. Kind of BS, but whatever. It's a very cheap plexiglass panel. It's cool though. You know, protects the art, right? If I had her with me, I'd show you guys, but it turned out great. Turned out great. And so that's gonna be a whole set of videos maybe. And I made sure that the time-lapse feature was recording either on Procreate. Drew it primarily on Procreate, but also on Clipsilo Paint. So pretty cool. I have no idea how loud the music is on you guys end unless I see the feedback. So I'm gonna turn it down like right there. Anyway, so right now we're doing this animation. This is my next little project tour. One of my characters that I have always been in the vault in terms of a story I want to create. It's still yet to be released, but nevertheless, I've always went through and developed at least the concept of the character, the looks, the backstory, the powers, the origin. But so this is, I don't even want to spoil it, but this is going to be a very good video that I'm going to make in terms of what I'm doing here, especially when it's all done. But just know that I'm making a animation for a background character in the game Skullgirls. That's what I'm doing. So you can see here, this is the idle stance, even though it's not quite done, because I'm going to ink it and then it's going to be the final idle stance, if that makes sense. So like it's going to be something that looks like this when it comes to idle stance. And it's like a background character in the training stage of Skullgirls. If you know, you know, just based on the information I just said right there. In terms of the controversy in regards to a certain background character in the training stage to Skullgirls. Let me just say that. Also, Clipsilo Paint never renders this in the right resolution. It's always choppy. It's so annoying, dude. This is what they want us to subscribe to, a paid subscription, by the way. But yeah, it's gonna be something like that. What is this? Wait, why was that the heck is this? Oh yeah. No, it's like this. And it's gonna be like a shimmer in the glasses. You see that? Also, I don't even know. Hold up, right there, maybe. Oh, not like there. Hold up, right here, maybe. Look kind of like that. You know? Yeah, so like that kind of. But, and then we have the wind stance, because there's like 3 animations on here. There's an idle stance, and once a character gets a hard knockdown, then there's another animation change, and then there's another animation change when you get 2 wins and then you win the match. You win 2 rounds, you win the match. Best out of 3. And then there's an animation change. So there's 3 different animations and an idle stance to a character. To a character's animation as the primary proctor or teacher in the training stage of Skullgirls, right? So and I have, obviously I'm using hella reference. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisties, you know? So, you know, we got this character right here. Then we have the idle stance, you know, of Miss Victoria too, right? So we're referencing these type of things when we do our animation, I guess. But there's so much going on. You see, I need to color code my layers because, you know, it's very complex. You know, you can get lost in the sauce very easily. So, here we go. So yeah, so far I've done an idle stance. Next, I've done the wind stance, which is kind of like this. This is the wind stance of this character, right? Wind stance of Miss Victoria, right here. That's the name of this character. When the foreground character is win a match, or whoever wins. And so I've done it for my character, which is named Streak. And this ain't the final line work. It's not colored. Obviously, this is a rough right now. This is, oh no, not that. This is right here. Man, the colors really help. So that's the wind stance of Streak. And I feel like it could be better. I don't know. Because if you look at wind stance of here, see, she kind of hops up. You know what I mean? I'm heavily referencing from this stuff. So she kind of hops up like this. You can tell that this right leg goes up. You see that? And then this goes up. So it's like a shifting. That shift the weight is pretty cool. That breakdown. I'm just thinking about this as I look at it. There's no shifting weight. I mean, it is, but you should do it like that, really. Is there only... I can actually do that pretty easily. But the thing when you're doing these things is you don't really know how long something's gonna take. You don't really know. Also, I think in terms of that Space Dad Discord, they may be doing some little figure drawings, which I like to warm up doing figure drawings before I go into a project. That's kind of my routine these days, you know? It's pretty cool. Let me see if they're doing something. Give me a second. Where's this at? Hold on. Where's this at? Art groups. Maybe there's your live streaming. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, they are. Let me turn off this music. Let me see if I can just get some figure drawing in real quick. Yeah, I have to turn off my microphone too. Unmute.
She's a stop motion animator at Aardman, and then I found out she's one of the mentors, one of the teachers at the Aardman Academy now. So what a glow up! And let me look at the DMs of the person let me here. They couldn't be with us here tonight, but let's see here.
1 second.
The method or the art. I took stop motion 1, and I was just about to start stop motion 2.
Interesting.
In January. Oh, cool. So they already taken but yeah, the Aardman Academy is pretty neat. I'll link this YouTube page here for this lady, and you can also like this classroom chat.
Have you ever tried stop motion yourself?
I want to. I've been looking into it. It's kind of correlated because I want to get into paper animation, and the same cameras that are good for paper animation and the same animation photography controls that you use for paper animation, like drag and frame and stuff, are like the same ones that stop motion animators use. So if I got like a paper animation setup, I would have what I need to start like doing some stop motion tests.
I remember when I was young, me and my older brother, we did a stop motion animation.
Interesting.
When we were kids, with like clay and trying to, with like turtles or something. It was really funny.
Mm-hmm. The stuff with this puppet is particularly really good.
I remember taking like a Lego camp for like stop motion Lego animation because I just love seeing like the Lego stop motion YouTubers.
Yeah.
As a child.
That's cool.
Whatever.
So yeah.
All right.
So what I really like about this is well, first off, there's good examples of acting and character acting and stuff in here, like stuff in here.
Let me show you what I'm kind of looking at right here. This is from this Discord live stream.
Close up with this and this shot, so on. Character animation, but there's also like a good sense of like weight of the characters and stuff. They do a weight test here. We're lifting up a box. This box is obviously this is not a character that's actually exerting any kind of force, and this is a little kind of prop thing. But he's got to act. The character's got to be posed to act to sell that they're carrying the weight, and that they get like pulled off their center of gravity and stuff by inertia. And there's like little touches here that are really nice. Like he stumbles over, catches himself on his back foot there. And then watch what he does when the box kind of like hikes it up a little bit, steadies himself, and then takes careful steps here. You can feel it, even though none of that is actually happening. This is all illusion. Even like this, like this puppet is not really pressed into the wall. They're just posed out to look like they are. You got to convey that weight the same way that you do something like this. You have to convey weight that's not actually happening. Weird, like how do you create an illusion of weight in something where that's not what the weight actually is, you know? And you can see like one of those solutions they come up with that. Obviously like a puppet that's moving around and posing and like swaying and stuff and photographed, it has to stand there and convincingly and stuff. Like you can see that kind of going on with this baseball pitch. And how do they solve that in stop motion? They solve that by with these little rigs like this that attach to the puppets. And attach to the puppets that they of course visually remove.
I'm Charles Darwin, Your Majesty. I helped find.
Because otherwise these puppets would either fall over, and obviously they can't jump in the air, you know. So they need to be like steadied and stuff so they don't tip over.
What's your guys' favorite old Disney animation?
Pinocchio. Easy.
I like the Aristocats.
I really liked Hercules. The way they did the knees in Hercules always made me giggle. It's like little swirls.
Yeah. Gerald Starf, the cartoonist, was the main character designer on that. Let me see here. He was known for like Gerald Scarf is known in his heyday for like making like really kind of wild caricaturing. They wanted to bring some of those qualities to the animation. Some aspects did come through, I think, but like it's really hard to kind of capture what
I'm looking at stuff right now, and oh my gosh, he drew Hercules as a big boy.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I love that so much more. I get why they didn't go with it, though.
Yeah. I mean, there are some qualities to these, but what is this? Oh, that's neat.
Hades is so cool. What? That's cool.
Yeah, you had some very nightmarish versions of the Hydra too.
Yeah, very caricature style. It reminds me of like going to the fair and getting those caricatures done in person.
There's actually a featurette on this too. I'll post that in chat. Well, Scarf meets Disney. I saw this a while ago. Yeah, his caricaturing can get really bonkers
what happened?
and really very angry. He's it's going to be hard for me to kind of Google it because some of it is very not NSFW. Some of his satire work is very NSFW. He also very famously did a lot of animations for Pink Floyd, the band and stuff.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Let's see here. What else was I gonna do? Okay. So the Todd Bright thing. Here it is. This is the on gesture thing. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time. So that would be 7 p.m. my time Pacific when he does these. But like if you sign up for it, you can watch the recording.
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna try to make it live as much as I can when I'm there. But I'm already signed up for it. It's like $1 for like one session, where you can then watch the pre-record session, and then $10 for individual sessions. And then like it's kind of hard to find it here, but where is it? If you click on this, they've got a subscription. When you subscribe for $25 a month, it's you get access to all 200 of the previous workshops and stuff.
All right. Let me do a couple gesture drawings first.
I've been to one session so far.
Let's do it.
But I'm planning on like using these stuff as part of my art training regimen. I might share some of it in my Discord, but I'll be kind of discreet about it because you would want to sign up for this sort of thing. But let's see here, instead of me leaking it. But let's see here, Todd Bright. So I do recommend signing up for him. You can say hi to me when we're in the live stream class.
Oh, I've seen this guy. Yeah.
So here is his YouTube. And something that I've been kind of making a point to check whenever I check a new content creator that I found.
Ooh.
Not just check the video feed and the shorts feed, but also the live feed, because he's done a lot of these things for a while. Like work. This one was done like 3 weeks ago, and he does like feedback and corrections over people's work.
Oh, I love seeing videos like that. It's literally some of the most helpful things is watching art be criticized.
Yeah. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff he's got on his site too.
But to be fair, man, I'm already.
So some other
the project's already
resources,
open, so let's
animation,
exit that. Let's pull this up.
First off, we'll start with the free stuff. His YouTube channel has got like a tremendous amount of content on it to begin with. There's a lot of like good kind of making of art tip kind of videos and other things here. You can also you can also look around on YouTube and find interviews and demos that he's done and so on that have also been posted to YouTube. There's some stuff in shorts, I think. His live streams are pretty lengthy and are often there's some of them actually have like full demonstrations of like paper or digital animation or painting or other things. It's really cool. So I linked that in chat. I'm gonna link this in chat too.
Oh, is this the same guy who animated that like the bears in Alaska animation?
Snowbear? Yeah, this film.
Let's see.
This just came out. This was.
So I just had a
this film is
massive delay before getting started. Man, something just happened.
Pretty much everything in here.
Also, short without giving out the information, I think I just got fired from my job. I think I just got fired. I just found that out. That's why I was looking at my phone and stuff like that. Which I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe come Monday, I guess. But
this is on the short list for Oscar.
or in my case, Sunday. But that's interesting. Very interesting. Very karmic. In terms of the one day I streamed, didn't I find that out? That's crazy. So I don't know yet, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? You know, it's a bullshit job anyway, so whatever.
Almost every time he was working on this live,
so
you could actually
let's get started with what we actually care about.
And they basically got
So let me do a Windows capture device.
Class from him,
And let me go to picture-in-picture.
Demonstrating stuff.
Cool. How's that?
And he does have recordings of those sessions. Some of those sessions.
Then we'll put that right here.
There's some other ones that are on his pay site that I now have access to. So his pay site is Creature Art Teacher.
Are you talking about Aaron Blaze? Very good.
I've currently signed up for it, and I've been
very good animator.
And
very good animator. He has super good lessons, dude.
It's really cool.
And anatomy, especially anatomy and animation, is really good. He explains things well too. I actually bought some of his courses.
I think it's like $8 a month. It's either $6 or $8 a month for 6 months, and you get access to all the tutorials, all the drawing and animation tutorials and everything.
Like for instance,
so
you have what do you got?
That's really good.
You have
the other one
something like this.
But as this line comes in,
John
I just pulled up a video of mine, of the one of the courses I bought from him.
It'll come in, and
which I have it bookmarked and saved when it comes to on my Media Player Classic.
Hook in like this, and so you get this.
He explains things super well. Like it's like this one on how to draw the ear, you know.
And kind of, and so like so.
Clear drawings. He renders it well.
Remember,
you know what I mean?
Got this bump in here. This goes into the ear canal.
And he taught me how to draw ears and a lot of stuff.
Like so.
Got a lot of free stuff here.
So yeah.
And he also has.
That's what he's talking about right now.
This I'm gonna look into in the near future. I forget what the pricing was. What was the pricing on this? $20 a month. So it's pricier than where Aaron Blaze is right now. But when I start to really exhaust what I've done with Aaron Blaze, I will probably start digging into him, into Pomeroy here. So I'm linking that in chat. But of course he's got a bunch of free stuff.
Anyway, okay, so
he's got some.
Let's fucking get started. It's been too long.
From some other.
So first off, I'm gonna do the. I'll come back to the idle stance. Let me finish what I'm doing today, right now.
Yeah, he's got a bunch.
Let me finish what I'm doing today. Give me a second.
Hour-long lectures or so from, including Glenn Keane and stuff, Andres Deja and so on. That's an hour-and-a-half lecture. That's pretty good.
All right.
But yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff on animation acting and stuff like that. It seems to look pretty promising from what I've seen.
So let's take that off.
More content. And of course then we'll take a quick look at Aardman Academy.
And so yeah, that's what we're doing right now after a long time.
Last thing that I'm going
of explaining and not getting to it, but
get back from our break.
so we're doing this animation to
So I
where
know,
you,
like these are like kind of options
to where
that you could look into. You don't have
there's a
you
hard
don't feel
knockdown,
like
then
you
the
need to,
character
like,
kind of
sign up for any
recoils.
paid stuff.
So you have it for this character. This is one of the background characters, another one of them to where they do this. So I'm just doing it for my own character, which is this so far.
Fodder for study if you're looking at getting more into drawing and animation.
So what I'm thinking about when it comes to this is, first off,
Because I've been taking a little
is the
peek at
pant.
stop motion, there's
If you can see here,
that I found out someone I know is actually enrolled in. So yeah, so that's neat. That's the site.
you can see here,
Anyway, so the last thing I'll do is, let's see.
then you'll notice that
Sessions for free each week.
this is kind of the sketch of the character, right? And then it's in particular kind of the pants and the boots, which is not too detailed, but you know, this is kind of the concept of the character, I guess. So obviously you don't, it's animation, so you don't need to make it that detailed. Just need to have solid color and solid lines. But at the very least, the pant should be looking like this. So when I look at this, even though I'm trying to have convincing momentum when it comes to the drag and the secondary action, and then the foot comes down, then the pant comes down, you know?
We'll get back to drawing a bit.
Only problem is that this pant goes from here to here when it comes to it's not pointed, right? So that's what I'm gonna try to do, you know. See, animation is really about just iterative drawings. You can't, just because you have a favorite drawing you like the way you do that, doesn't mean it's correct, you know. You kind of have to be like a drone. And it's about quantity, not quality, really. Because you can go back like what I'm doing and add quality.
I'm going to be doing a motion study.
Like for instance, I'm just gonna do that, and then you know.
So.
And just kind of do the same thing for these.
Died, so I am gonna
What happened to
go.
it?
It's my bedtime anyways. I have to sleep before I work graveyard.
What happened to the tablet?
It just died. I forgot to charge it.
Oh, that's one of those tablets. Well, what kind of tablet is it?
It's an iPad.
Ah, okay, there.
Yeah, very nice Christmas gift. Very lovely.
Oh, what type of iPad?
I think it's the newest one. I honestly don't know very much about him.
It's not an iPad Pro. It's one of the like iPads.
Yeah.
And it probably is the newest one.
I think
Well, yeah, you go here, then you go there, boom, bam.
I'm not sure. I don't know all. I really don't keep up with the numbers that are out.
There's only two sizes. Well, I think there's the iPad Mini also, but like the two main sizes are the 10-inch and the 13-inch.
Oh yeah, this is a 13-inch.
And that is an iPad Pro. You got the big Kahuna, and if that's the latest model, that one's pretty wild. Also, like iPads can be used as a pseudo laptop.
Yeah, that's better right there.
You can use with it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that, but first I want to get a case because I'm so scared of breaking it. I'm like, what? Don't touch this. Don't breathe on it.
Yeah, Apple charges a premium for their chargers.
Like that, right?
Do not ever
like
use
that,
a
essentially.
charger because
luckily,
it can break your iPad for a number of reasons. Like it can fuck up. I actually had that with my last iPad that I have.
Oh, yeah, no. Luckily, it came with a really good charger, so.
So yeah, I'm just kind of doing the boring work when it comes to
working though. I don't really
little things.
Mess around when it comes to my charging cords.
And it already looks kind of better. When I'm looking at the stream, not even my screen, to kind of see what you guys see.
Has anybody seen that advertisement for those like foldable, multi-posing iPad cases? Like the ones that they could fold and like you can Nessa,
I'm not really
like
worried about keeping the volume
or
here
like, you know, just regular.
because
Yeah,
this
I've
is,
seen some of that kind of stuff.
if you notice on the actual official animations, like right here,
Anyway, I had fun with this bird. I'll throw this
so
in
many
chat.
layers. If you notice, like on the official one right here, then the volume isn't really consistent, especially once this, spoiler alert, Sonic Fox persona is going down, down, like right here, and then it goes back up. Especially right here. Even it can be exaggeration or it could just be a mistake. Probably exaggeration because these are good animators. But at the very least, the volume isn't consistent, whether it's intentional or unintentional. But this is an animation that doesn't show often, you know what I mean? And it's very quick. So you don't need to be worrying about it being perfect, in my opinion. This is my thought process that I'm illustrating.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna do the boring part now, which is I get this so that I'm gonna use as a motion study. So I'm going to yank these images into a folder that I can then import into Clip Studios and on Timeline. So let's see here.
So hold on, let me get my where is that? That right here. Cool. Whoa.
What games have y'all been playing over the holiday break?
Not many, sadly, but I've been reading a lot of comics.
Oh, good. What comics?
Oh, Transformer ones. There's a very famous artist called Alex Milne who draws Transformer comics, and he's very talented with the paneling. I really like his art.
So it's just what I want to do at this point, you know? So
Neat. I got some comics I can recommend.
Ooh, do tell.
Tower Dungeon, which is an ongoing manga from the creator of if you know Blame or Biomega.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love the art of that man. It's amazing.
So bam, 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 and my God, where is this? Thank you. I was like, where the freak is this? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go here, bam, bam, and the boot is kind of messed up. Whatever. I mean, I'll fix it when I fix it. Who cares? It's not that. It's just about finishing. So you go.
Oh, so a lot of armor then, like.
Huh?
I'm trying to.
So a lot of armored characters then.
Hopefully, it's not too long.
Yeah, there's that.
Ooh.
But I mean, it's more that it's like very kind of disturbing fantasy, but it has like something kind of really Lovecraftian around the edges.
Oh, I like that.
Lovecraftian and surreal around the edges and stuff. That kind of it's kind of in tune with the vibe of games like like the FromSoft RPG games.
So Tower Dungeon, you see, I'm gonna jot that down because I will forget.
Okay, so yeah, bam, bam. I probably wanted to have a little more movement though. I like this part, but maybe this part can be like a little like this. That makes sense. A little pointy.
Off getting into, but I've dabbled a little into, but.
And I might even just.
Witch Hat Atelier.
Oh, that art is.
Yeah, that one's generally being regarded as like one of the best mangas ever made.
Fantastic. Oh.
That one's getting an anime adaptation that's supposed to come out later.
I've heard. I'm really looking forward to watch it.
Wait, what's it called?
Witch Hat Atelier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you go bam, 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 bam. All right, so that needs to move a little bit more. Like that. That needs to move a little more.
Alright, the boring part's about to be over as far as like getting the reference into the file. Now,
So I'm just gonna kind of.
gotta shrink it down to where I need it.
It's already kind of good, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna put this a little more, like that, just to make it move a little more, you know.
Gotta make sure he's in frame for the whole thing. So maybe shrink it a little more.
Interesting. What the heck is going on? Uh-oh. 1 second, sorry. Hopefully I wasn't missing comments because I thought I could see them, but I guess I can't. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing me.
Those who are unfamiliar with this guy's work, would you believe me if I told you that this guy was originally trained as an architect?
Oh, yes, I would. I don't know his background, but it makes absolute sense.
Yeah. His
Oh, here it
depictions
is.
of like bleakness and fatigue and stuff of the characters is also really well done. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to check it out, actually. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and he's got like these like monstrous Lovecraftian creatures and stuff that are like lurking around the edge. These are supposed to be like on the side of the quote-unquote good guys, by the way.
Amazing.
There's like something sinister going on with the quote-unquote good guys at the same time as what they're up against.
Did you say this is also like inspired, like kind of a Dark Souls-esque kind of?
Yeah, it's very Dark Souls-esque, both in like an atmosphere, like the visuals and stuff, and like some of the creature design. This is a creature that's moving through water right here, for example.
Ooh, it's awesome. Yeah, something about it, just looking at it, like random panels, reminds me of.
That does look pretty cool, honestly. What is that called? Tower Dungeon? I'm gonna put that on my notes.
It is ostensibly that. It's a really well made one with really good atmosphere to it. If Dungeon Meshi is a lighthearted fantasy, Rob, this is like a nightmare fuel fantasy.
Amazing. It's my favorite.
Nightmare fuel fantasy, but there is heart and humor to it.
Nice. I love when stories balance both aspects. Like,
okay. So
the protagonist is this character named Yuva, who's like this young man who's basically like a henchman, like a fantasy gaming henchman. I think that he's supposed to be in part kind of a play on like the idea that henchmen.
See, when I see something that's like too based on video games, obviously
gear.
most isekai, shit like that,
Oh,
isekai.
by the way.
When I see something, I'm out.
He's like
I don't fuck with that at all, to be honest with you.
That's something that comes across.
I can already tell your inspirations are so surface level. Your inspirations are like playing classic JRPGs, like shit I did. Like you shouldn't be inspired by the same things I saw. You should be. You as a writer should. You should, but you as a writer should have a deeper bag when it comes to your visual library, in my opinion. Like if you play Breath of Fire or Final Fantasy 1 through 4, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, G.
He accidentally like knocks a section out of a wall when he swings a sword and stuff.
I guess these days it'll be like Dark Souls or I don't know, Baldur's Gate or some shit like that.
From how far I've read into the story, if like there's more people like him in his village, or if there's just like something about him.
So I'm already seeing that, yeah, right there. Boom, bam, then it gets too curved.
I'm not even sure why he has that immense strength that he does.
There's too much curvature, bro.
But it's pretty clear, like his immense strength.
This is a flat Earth, bro.
Not normal.
Let's go. That's much better. You see, I think that works as like a kind of cartoony
So yeah,
deal,
these motion
to where
studies that I do, this is my
the
default
pointiness of the pant kind of gets less pointy. You see
when I
that?
can't think of anything else to do,
I think that works,
or I need something to kind of
just as an
formally sink my
exaggeration.
teeth into when I don't have anything else
I don't know, maybe I could
formally
be thinking
planned to
too much
do.
into it.
I can whip out a motion study, and I start just kind of like treating the figure as like a kind of a dissection slab to kind of mess around with.
Yeah, that's cool.
Different drawing aspects.
You can fuck with
to
that.
Kind of practice things I know about how the figure works and make analysis and stuff. It's a way that becomes a bridge point for me. Like when I start getting like more comfortable with this, I'll start like freehanding things on the side of like I've done a draw over here of like the gestures, and I might like do like a quick study like this. And it's not about like trying to make good or bad drawings with these. Although
So what else do I need to do? The hair, I think, is pretty cool. I like it so far.
Get a little bit of something that looks kind of neat for my own.
But what I don't like is the fact that if you see here, I like the hair dragging as a secondary action right there.
Motion studies are a good way for me,
right?
That I found personally that works for me as my default.
But this one right here, it doesn't swing naturally. See that? It doesn't swing naturally. So what I need to do is make sure the pivot point is respected right here.
This is something that's reliable that I can keep coming back to. Like I just grab something from Bodies in Motion, and in the future I want to like grab like footage.
So what I'm saying is that what I need to do is go to the hair here, and instead of going
studies that way, I can do studies from live action film.
Here, you need
animals or whatever else. In the future I
need to go kind of like
studies kind of in the same too.
Like that.
Kind of like pulling apart what makes them tick.
I mean, hopefully this looks good because I already like the way it looks here.
How many frames do you graph usually?
Depends. And if it's really long, I sometimes work on it for more than one day.
See, that's not cool. What needs to happen is that
because one of my
not cool at all.
Resolutions, you could say. Well, since last year.
What I need to just do is this.
Practice drawing more backgrounds and also drawing more robots. Like really got into robot anatomy.
Anatomy, yeah.
I was actually thinking, how do I approach this? Because I've been doing the draw box challenge and it's been very helpful. But what you suggest is actually a good idea. I will grab some animation frames about
then bam, maybe something like that's cool. Yeah, that's much better. See that? Now the pivot point makes sense.
Yeah.
Mecha animation is becoming something of a lost art in Japanese anime because like a lot of stuff is more CG now.
Yeah. Breaks my heart because oh my god, the 80s mecha animation is bonkers.
And shout to Macross, Appleseed, Full Metal Panic.
My favorite is the Mazinger Z movie. That
Cyborg 009.
Top CG mecha animation.
Captain Tsubasa.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, it's wild. Watching
that's
kind
much
of
better.
reminded me like why Mazinger Z is cool, and also why going to guys work like that is cool.
You can see
really good at like making protagonists come up with really
right there.
creative ways.
You need to go. Ooh, no, hold up. You need to go right there.
Punish the villain. Punish the villains and the opponents that he's up against. And they exude that.
And so you just take that shit off.
Also, but that kind of stuff happened in the manga, but they.
Now, if you heard the earlier stream, I might have just found out I got fired while I was streaming, which means
The movie's
that
actually not a CG movie, but the mecha scenes are CG.
this might actually kick off 2026 when it comes to I might actually be doing a lot more content creation, YouTube streaming. It might actually make a comeback. Because now what do you have to lose? You know, when it comes to the potential financial incentive.
So earlier
Plus,
today I was doing like a magic dot animation exercise, but I tried to make it.
I was to make sure my mic is muted since I'm in this call.
It kind of reminded me of like the
Plus, when
like
it
this
comes to the
monster,
fact
like, I was
that
doing, like, this anime, like,
once you guys see this arcade stick and how I do it, I kind of maybe want to make this into a business. Not maybe. I want to do that. Get some clients. Maybe draw some art stick for people. You know, draw some art for people's arcade sticks in their hitboxes and shit.
like, was testing out a lot
Or
of
just stickless
just timing
controllers.
I feel like
But
it feels a little easier than.
so I think that's an opportunity too. So this might just push me ahead of schedule, to be honest with you. So we'll see.
The little dot move and stretch around the screen.
Any additional income is good. Doesn't matter how much, how little. Any additional income is good.
So like I'm not exactly sure like.
Anyway, so what were we doing?
I don't know. I guess make sure I'm in the right track because with a bouncing ball, I feel like you can kind of tell which is good or bad for.
That's so much better. You can see. You can see that's so much better. Because
was straight ahead.
This I can't even go to a correct layer. But this right here is more stable. You know what I'm saying? I would say. I want that to be more stable, more of a silhouette right here when it comes to this volcanic conal shape, you know? I think that's cool.
That's why it's a good idea, like when you're, especially when you're.
In my opinion, but it's my character, right? And then if you do something like
see if your calibration might be off.
And I was trying to see without that, like what if her hair is down, but it just doesn't look like the same character in my opinion.
I see.
So anyway, that's kind of want to explain it.
Like if there might be something.
This is much better.
Or it can just be just a way to like kind of break in the software.
I will literally do 1 frame a day. It doesn't, as long as I get something done. And I want to take my time. I don't have a time limit on this. I want to take my time to get this right because there's only 3 parts of this animation, you know. It's not many frames to it. Probably a total of like, I don't even know. Just roughly looking at it right now.
What I do right now is I use these arrows to kind of encourage me to like see things gesturally.
This thing is never zoomed in. It's so annoying. There's probably a total
I also like use these kind of 3-dimensional.
What is this?
Sort of
Where's my normal one? Hold up.
arrows too that show like
Streak, idle. There's 16 here. 16 for the idle stance. 16 frames.
where I can like square something off when we're seeing like the plane.
For this one, this has 9 frames.
On the side of that buttock there.
Actually 8 frames because this one is from the idle stance. 16 plus 8, which is 24. I'll be scared I can't do math on stream. That's 24.
Insertions of anatomy and other.
And then what is the shock? Hold up. What is the?
As freely as I like.
That's 24. And what is the wind state? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
And I can't think of anything else because
that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a total of 28 frames I'm drawing for all 3 parts. So it's not much. So I can take my time. You know what I mean? It's gonna get done. You know, that's how I see it.
And also like maintain it. Like they are. I can't think of anything else to do or to.
And if I'm doing a whole animation episode, then I don't have time to be
just look back. Just do one.
Focus on each detail. You know.
Get a little better at your craft today, just from doing something like this. And if you get bored of how you're doing this, try to find some way to mix up what you're doing and have some fun with it. Pick up something new every time I do one of these. Like there's little bits of information that I get to test out and how this or that.
So what time is it?
And so on.
So yeah, that's
and
pretty much it
build up
for
over
that.
Time.
The way you construct the head, it reminds me of those Loomis books.
Yeah, this is a Loomis head.
Oh, really?
It's a Loomis head with a couple of Riley method things in there.
So yeah, just
that's pretty cool.
Just like that. Just like that. Maybe I can put that a little more straight like that. This is just knowing about lines, I guess.
Some more of my own, like I like using like
You know?
an oval on like the top plane of the head and the front plane of the head and stuff. Another way to depict that would be if I would like box this off, make a box.
You're someone who second guesses yourself in your animated arts. Always go with your first gut instinct. If something just looks off to you, then go with that. Because the more you second guess, the more you're not going to know what looks good and what doesn't.
Well, first off, here's a bouncing ball test I did.
And so that looks much better. Much better.
I started with Aaron Blaze's animation fundamentals. So here's to put my money where my mouth is. This is a bouncing ball test I did a couple weeks ago.
Also, let's get started. Let's keep going. So
It stops a little abruptly here, mainly because I ran out of space at the end there, but I like its overall feeling arcs feel pretty good to me.
kind of want to already like see it how it should be seen, right? So kind of do that, bam, bam, because this cell is a layer folder, so I have multiple things in here. So because of that, I can just duplicate that, turn that off, and then I can just cut out the unseen parts to kind of see how it's going to look like, the final thing, how it's going to look like, right? Same thing for here. Same thing. Just kind of marquee it up, you know? Bam, bam, boom, boom, bam. Copy, paste.
All right, so
take that off. Bam.
Like the first motion study I did like last month.
Make sure you have a backup, just to save time if you know the head shape, right?
Just focused on hands. And if you notice, like I'm making a point out of like this is not just about me making the motion study. This is about me like
same thing here. I should have done this.
This is the motion study sketchbook to do like little kind of studies and stuff, like figure studies.
Again, since there's so little frames, I'm going to be detailed. I'm not just going to do it in one straight shot. No, and I've never done something like this. I've never made an animation that's going to be in a video game. I've never done that before. My first time doing that. So
I'm deliberately leaving my notes in here too because it becomes kind of a sketch diary.
I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna separate things out. I'm gonna utilize digital drawing and the layer-based system, right?
That's also why I'm playing these slow.
So
You
yeah.
can actually see like the sketch diary stuff I did.
Same here, same thing, bro.
Same thing here.
I just want to see it.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
If I can see the total thing before I do the final line work, the better. The more I can see, the better. I just want to, it's like a preview. Copy, paste, bam, kaboom, same thing.
On top of what I've done there to show like how I break that line of action down visually and stuff.
These are so cool.
Yeah, they're very satisfying to do. This one took me a couple days, because like 2 or 3 days, I think, because there was a lot of frames on it, and I kind of took my sweet time jumping between doing other things while I was doing it. But I got a lot out of this. There's like going through these, like you notice things about how like the figure works that you didn't really notice when you were initially doing it.
Also, this head seems a little big here,
So
or a
watch
little
his head
wide
here,
at
watch
least.
the way that his body tilts and stuff.
But not really, but kinda. Yeah, it does, to be honest with you. So if, honestly, I just
when he falls through on the
fuck it. I just highlight this and go
It's
like.
like something that I wouldn't have thought about. On
Really,
the
the jaw seems a little wide, to be honest with you.
Like that. This one I sped up because I was doing this on the side. This is kind of it.
And I want it to be like
the direction of the evolution. I
maybe
want to do with
the
some of
chest or the
these,
collarbone
which is like
cuts
okay, I
off
do
the,
this, but then I also try to like
you know,
make
just
the
to have that
character
sense
more
of like
in this case a really abstract kind of blobby thing that
you're really looking
doesn't
down,
really
you know.
for a character, but it's just kind of a way to play with this, the core idea of what I'm doing what I'm doing here, and then turning it into something that's useful for like character animation.
So anyway, same thing.
Before Christmas, the Santa. This one I wanted to do a little bit more loosely.
A little bit more, a little bit.
I have a little bit more to say.
A little
about
bit like that.
There's something that
Look
I,
at that,
it's
like
an
that
idea
kind
that
of.
sprung out of doing this that I kind of want to go back to. And this is
Oh,
horses
I don't know.
I did when I was talking about animal drawing with some folks. This I did a few days ago, actually, a couple days ago. This one is, there's no reference for this figure. I did this one is completely figure invention, and I just wanted to feel it out and stuff. And like, I just wanted to play with it. It's like a character kind of anticipating and coming up and reacting and having it look kind of real in its movement. And then this one's just, you know, self-explanatory. Invented pose, and then I did a little 3D rotation, basically. And you can see, like, you don't have to worry about like perfections when you're doing this. You just have to have an overall sense of how the 3D figure works. But you can see, like, this is why I draw as sketchy as I do, because then if you squint, it feels like it's 3D and stuff. And like, there's enough information here that if I were to like tie this down into more solid shapes, like this is like enough to work with, you know. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to show is that martial arts thing that I was showing off there. That springboarded into, where is it? I think it might be here, but I think I might have made another file where I did more stuff with it.
It's kind of hard to
This kind of turned
gauge, to be honest with you.
notes that I was taking, and also on this file too. So like, I started exploring ideas for like a student character and a student character and a master character, and I thought like the master could be like a crane or something, and
Like I can get stuck in terms of like, you know,
character ideas,
how it should look, I guess.
I'm gonna come back.
I mean, not thinking about, okay, you're drawing a person, so just because it's cut off, you should.
Like, playing with turning.
This is why you should always draw the complete head and not just draw what's shown. Always do that. See, this is my mistake. And now I'm kind of like caught up in just getting the outline when it's all that. You need to think about the entire head. So I need to think about that like.
I'm gonna start playing with this some more. So I made some like little story sketches about like other students that he might have.
Because then it'll be much easier to kind of gauge where it's at.
Make like little stories and situations with them. So I've got like a bunch of martial arts students and stuff of different ranks. Blair, I decided to make Bear black belt. The cat character, little house cat character, is gonna have a white belt. The snake
That's good
belt.
though.
There's a raccoon I threw back there that's got a green belt. It's a human with a red belt.
It's satisfactory to me.
There's a
That's, you know.
yellow belt tiger who's really, really nervous and scaredy cat about getting hit. Oh, and this is for.
I'll fuck with that.
Cookies.
Okay, we're good with that. Now we need to do what we came to do, which is work on this frame. I feel like this is gonna be tough. I felt like this will be tough until I actually sat down and drew it, and then it wasn't that tough.
So
you
there was
know?
a cookie baking webcam stream that I was watching in a Discord. The person doing it, they had some leftover dough, and I was like, make a little dough man out of it, and then so they did. And then so I took screen grab.
And so anyway, bam, bam, and she just stands up. Here's the problem though. Once this person stands up, and then you have the onion skin.
Park Skeleton reference. This one's
Are they gonna be in between this one and that one?
If you know him. Like this guy,
And just like a kind of even stand up? No, that's not how it works. You look at a person who's a better artist than me, i.e. the person who did the Sonic Fox one, right? And then you can see that
this guy,
when they did it, there's so many layers, there's no easy way to get to it very quickly. You're right.
Yeah, see, it does look like a
You look on Miss Victoria, right?
picture of him. Especially after I added like this double.
You have the eyebrows, the raise of the eyes. You have the follow the secondary action of the boost coming down after she's already down, and then the bounce back up.
Comedians need to tell.
You have the two blinks. You have the hair slightly wobbling right there. There's so much going on if you really pay attention to it.
Okay, let's
You know?
kill this guy with lasers. Yeah, and then there's this. I think that was that.
It's really spectacular. So much going on.
And I really like this tiger sketch that came out. messing around. Anyway, so
but
see if I have anything else for
but it's not the same because I'm really referenced the Sonic Fox one, right? I referenced this one to do my animation. Now, if you look,
I'll leave it on there.
if you look,
I'm gonna come back to that probably a little bit tomorrow. In fact. But that's why it's good to have.
so if you look,
sketch diaries and little things like that, because I had totally forgotten what I'd done.
see, I didn't even notice that, but I thought about that without looking at the reference in terms of she should be holding maybe her some way to. You see how he's you see how he's the fist is on the thigh, and like he's pushing himself back up, you know what I mean? And then the hand opens to which my character also manifests a tassel, so I should reference that, to be honest with you.
I guess
Because mine is also using a magic tassel versus Miss Victoria is using a real tassel.
I mean, no one else is asking at the moment, so.
Maybe
Right.
I start off with.
So
Do you ever have trouble like balancing like how much other media you consume while like
that's a good question.
doing your
So anyway, so I need to consider
studies and
that.
stuff? Like, do you have like a
Consider the manifesting of the tassel.
balance yourself out or schedule things?
Not really.
And for the frame I need to do,
I mean, when you're out of
is that in between? Because if you go here
you know.
and I go to Sonic,
I do have some things that I'm gonna be
right?
that I'm gonna be.
Whoa, not Sonic Idol, sorry.
Thingies on.
Right
Those are
here.
kind of up in the air at the moment. I have like an animation
And you,
test that I'm gonna be
and you
trying to
look.
get started work on this next week.
I'm not explaining this right.
For example,
This is the frame I'm interested in, right?
when I get accepted
Well, hold up.
to it doesn't begin until
What frame am I on?
So,
Right here. Yeah.
I would say like
Right here.
Like if you can't think of a schedule for yourself, just try to like for me, what has worked is like this. Like this is a reliable thing that gets like creates a holistic sort of center point for me to come back to get my butt into drawings.
Is he talking about this gesture drawing?
Because I always get something out of doing these, and these become springboards to doing other things. A lot of it is about like
Interesting.
getting
So yeah,
something that works for you to
the in-between frame that I need to do when it comes to the Sonic Fox persona is already standing. If you notice, it's already standing, and then boom, this is the return frame. Right? This is the first frame of the idle stance. This is this frame. You know what I mean?
This is what has worked for me.
That is that frame.
But what works for other people?
So he's already standing,
You may find that you
kinda. He just kind of.
freehand sketching that works really
His height is nearly already returned to the first frame of the idle stance.
For
So it's
me,
more
I
favoring
like
the
this because
the return frame, if that makes sense.
information about how the figure works that I internalize.
This is important to know about.
When I do figure invention.
I mean, whatever. I'm a novice animator, aren't I? You know.
And there's a lot of stuff.
There's
you
better
can do.
animators who don't need to watch this,
Sky's the
but
limit of what you can do with like a motion study for using it for reference, for understanding what's going on, and for playing with things.
so anyway,
Especially like these because there's a lot of good anatomical information from. How
I'm doing the same thing, bro.
they are. But yeah.
We're just gonna favor this
It really
stance.
depends what you're gonna do.
That's cool.
But for media consumption, balancing out.
Which I wish I would have had her head down a little bit. I don't know, but the goal of the storyboard, because you already know what is happening, what the story is being told. Standing, loses the tassel,
Sometimes I get
realizes that the
overwhelmed
glasses
by,
is
like,
knocked off, which I'm gonna draw the
I have,
glasses
like,
being
lists
knocked off.
of things I want to watch,
And then she catches the glasses, and then she puts it back
play in
on.
terms of, like, video games,
You know what I mean?
uh,
And then returns to the stance.
or like
That's a
comics
story,
that
you know?
I want to read, and then like,
Confident,
I feel like I'm
knocked
gonna,
off,
like, constantly,
grab the glasses
like,
midair,
fill up my inspiration.
grab the glasses
with, like,
midair, puts it on
but also
subtly,
have, like, the rest of my life to work
stands back
out
up.
and like have
Right.
like my day job to do on top of that.
Yeah.
And then I guess like I would have like one day dedicated to like watching like anime or something like that. And then now I've
I
recently
agree
been
with what
trying to do like one day
the space dad person said.
dedicated to like
Any day you have, if you don't
playing
have a direction or a project to do, then just train. Just gesture drawing, just draw from reference.
And I guess I
well,
just
I can
train.
speak to what works for me because like I have severe problems with like executive functioning when it comes to like sticking to a routine and stuff.
Mhm.
So I have had like something like this that's very simple that I know I can come back to and that I know will spark me in the right direction is good because like the more you make big plans for yourself, the more likely, at least in my case, the more likely it is I'm not going to actually do.
It's just for me.
So I have something here that is.
I just started to be like, okay, I'm not just going to endlessly practice and train and study.
Something I can play with.
Even though I don't even do that enough, that I should be doing that more. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do projects. I'm just going to do the results of the training, regardless of where I am at, regardless of what level of artistic mastery I am. I'm just going to do the results of the training. I'm going to enter the tournament. You know what I mean? This is what I did for the arcade stick. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just entering the tournament and doing a animated project. And I don't care where I'm at, you know? Because I can recognize that this is practice too. This is training. You know?
For example, instead of doing a rotoscope study, for example.
Signing up for the tournament and making it as far as you can, that also is martial arts practice, you know what I mean?
Or something like that. It's very, very
in itself.
like that, but it has like a simple foundation. Like I don't really
Art is weird because it's equally important to do the standard conventional training too. You need to know anatomy, you need to know movement, you need to know the joints if you want to level up, or at the very least, you need to know how to draw the overall body. So that's it. And drawing is just as important to do that. So you can't skip that. But at the same time, like anything, if you just continually remain in a training room, you're not gonna actually learn how to apply those skills, you know? So for me, if you guys couldn't tell, my era right now is just doing
you need treats. You need those treats.
actual projects.
The trick would be to like figure out like what is kind of a little bit too much, and then like give yourself some boundaries to not overdo it. It's like this is my time to do this. I've earned this, and I'm not the little man in my head that tells me, "You're not doing enough. You should be," and stuff. You're gonna tell him to shut the fuck up. it's time for mommy's shows.
Damn right.
Soaps. It's dad time. Or whatever. But yeah, like you tell him,
like I'm learning things like,
tell him to shut the fuck up.
because if I'm referencing from a
Daddy shows.
official animation from a video game like this, then this person who's drawing this is better than me. They're in the industry. They're, you know what I'm saying?
For that period that you're doing that.
They're a tournament winner, you know,
That's what I did up the break.
or a veteran to the tournament at
Shut the
least.
fuck up. I'm gaming and goofing off.
So even here, I can. Oh, whoa.
Shut the fuck up. I will be back at it, and I will be back at it at this time and this date. And the date and time that I chose was today. And this is me coming back right now. I did get some like a little bit of sketching on the side, like.
He's actually saying some good stuff, so I'm not gonna talk right now.
A little bit before Christmas, but I kind of just took a little drawing. Well, I did a little drawing after Christmas too, but yeah, this one was after Christmas right here. That's right.
Yeah.
And I did some other sketching of like the cat character stuff along with that after Christmas.
Oh, hold up. So right now I gotta put this in the folder. Man, I've been talking so much.
But yeah, like, no,
I
set
gotta
boundaries for myself about like.
I gotta complete this, dude. I gotta complete this frame at least.
When my goof off, I like that. When my goof off, my strategic goof off time.
But anyway.
I like that strategic goof off time.
So look, bam. This is why I like joining artist streams
So formal and militarized too, like
and Discord calls when I'm drawing, because this is in a way virtually being around other artists, you know.
This is still work in some way. No, you're supposed to have a good time. You're supposed to get away from your work and your labor and enjoy something. Since like art is a creative profession, or art of writing, or whatever like that, inevitably like the creative fun treats that you have are also going to wind up influencing your artwork and your creative passions in some capacity too. But that's not really the reason why you're doing those. You're doing those to like decompress and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Get away from the grind set. Just have some fun.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
There was,
favor
like,
the
so many
standing
things,
thing,
like, I planned
really.
to do during this like holiday break. Like, oh, I was gonna do some more like Unity tutorials, or
This is so true, dude. I want to do Blender tutorials. I want to do this, do this. There's so many things to do.
Coursera classes.
Lynda.com,
But I kinda
Udemy.
just, like,
You know what I mean?
I think I just put too much on my plate.
Too hard to keep up.
Yeah.
I just crashed out.
Just
playing,
draw. You know what I mean?
Playing a lot of Hearthstone.
That's why
at the end of it.
I deliberately didn't make any plans. I was like, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have that, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. And, so, like, the way that I'm going to be trying to, I'm kind of evolving how I'm approaching, like, how I'm going to do my studies and stuff in the future.
I'm gonna do the same thing. The legs are gonna be more split up still.
You all are part of that.
Like this, the pivot point, just like the reference right here.
One of the things that has
And this is gonna be right here.
is that I have
I'm gonna kill this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna kill
also
this.
I have kind of like an interactive audience of people that show for my voice, like my voice events and stuff. Here and in my personal server and stuff. That helps me feel obligated to do something as well. Although I do often sometimes like draw off stream and stuff, but like doing it around other people does help me get going. It's fun. When I'm bantering and bouncing stuff off of other people, talking about things that I enjoy, it gets my juices going. And there are times when you need to like unplug from stuff with other people and concentrate, especially when you're trying to work on like making really good quality art or animation and stuff. You unplug like that.
Bam, 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 bam. Let's go. One of the problems I face when it comes to this is that I primarily use the reference from this character right here, this random character in Skullgirls. I don't know who it is, but I use this as a reference to model kind of streak, as you can see. And if you see the stylistically, the knees are very low, which I kind of messed up because I should have referenced Victoria, right?
And also take little strategic breaks away from doing art to do something.
Right? Because you see her knees are higher here. It's like a normal anatomy. What's the problem with that? Is that if I'm basing it based on this, and I try to move the body, then it's gonna look weird because this is a very stylized looking lady, and this anatomy is technically wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the knees is the same level. I referenced from this character.
Everyone's got different brain. Everyone's got different drive.
That's the problem. Why is that a problem? Well, this is why it's a problem. Because once she slams her knee down, I'm naturally going to do correct anatomy. You know what I mean? So the knee is going to rise up, and then I have to bring it back down. Because this is... You shouldn't animate from this, you know? I never thought about that, because obviously I'm not going to draw in just any style. I'm going to try and draw in the Skullgirl style, you know? It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I'll say that. We move, though. We move. We move.
Yeah, one thing I really admire about your Discord events, like how consistent you are at doing them.
Well, I don't know about that one, boss, but...
Give me 1 second, just so I can find something.
Also, it's better if you act this stuff out. I was too lazy to do that.
To tell uncomfortable truths.
Here we go. Hopefully I can find some more clips or a full-on episodes or something. But this is a show that I worked on years ago as a cleanup artist, shadow artist, and occasional assistant animator.
Oh snap! Axe Cop.
This is one of my shots where I did shadows and cleanup, I think. Or I think I just did shadows in that one.
My magic workshop of torture and evil.
Let's see. Yeah.
This is the problem with the animation industry. Look what he's saying.
This is another of my shots.
Is that you?
This guy's a great artist, but this type of art for this show is well beneath his skills, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you know that the creator of that comic?
I've met him a few times when we're at the studio. That one's one of my shots.
Again, I'm considering. I'm going super slow, and honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be going a lot faster. But
there are a few like really good, really well.
Get back into the content creation swing, I guess.
The clips they posted on there are most of the limited animation stuff.
But end of the day, we're just favoring this one right here. End of the day. This is why the animation today is in this little intermission period. It's in this transition period to where the future is self-hosted. Is
I have a bunch of
starting your own animation, your own studio, getting together people to do your own thing. Also, it'll help if you went to school for this. You have former colleagues, and building your own audience and making your own animation if possible. Using and cutting costs when it comes to the quality of it or the time of the episodes, because we're not a studio, right? That's the future. Because
well, I'll find them in the near future.
if you try to go to the industry, you're either going to be working on something extremely soulless. You're not going to find work because there is no industry at this point. Or you're going to be working for well below your means or well below your payment requirements, in my opinion. Because the industry giants want slop, and this is before the popularization of the term internet slop or AI slop. That's what the industry wants. That's what Disney wants, you know. So
New York still is kind of
really is in this frantic period right now.
New York City is a big part of animation history for a lot of different reasons. Like one of them being, of course, like most people are kind of familiar with, like the Fleischer Studios that were based out of there. Fleischer being responsible for like Betty Boop and Coco the Clown and Bimbo and the Popeye the Sealer.
Somebody like him should.
Cartoons.
I don't want to speak for him or tell him what to do. Somebody like this guy should be. He should be making his own thing in mind. Oh, I don't know. That's not for everybody, I would say.
That well known for animation.
But you can tell the way he talks. He's a student of the game. He's a student of animation. Not many people are like that. There's people who are great animators like him, or even better, but they don't truly love and study the genre like a curator, you know?
The dinosaur and also some of his little.
It's rare that you get that.
He animated in like hand-drawn silent reels and stuff. William Randolph Hearst, unfortunately, kind of like there's a really tragic story with like William Randolph Hearst, who actually ran the paper that Winsor McKay was doing that stuff, doing these cartoons, and forget the exact specifics of what happened there, but William Randolph Hearst like fucking hated what Winsor McKay was doing with like the animation stuff he was doing. So he did something really shitty to him that I remember reading this a while ago that he killed his ambitions with like trying to do more with animation.
Here we're gonna go bam, boom, 1A, take that off.
It really fucking
Whoa, hold
sucks.
up.
It makes me wonder like how potentially different the landscape of animation might have looked if like Winsor McKay wound up becoming like the Disney before Disney, you know?
See, I don't even know what this guy's talking about. Yeah, I don't think anybody does here in this call, because that means that he's a student of it. You know, that rarely do people do that. Good. I have to keep making sure my mic is muted.
There are quite a few animation studios that are in New York City. Titmouse that's based out of there became the first studio outside of LA to unionize in the US a couple of years ago.
Oh, they did the
which I feel that's kind of admirable. I wish I was like that, but at the same time, I think there's certain people who just like the craft of animation. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you're into it, then you like it too. But there's other certain people who want to use the craft just as a vessel, a means to get their story out, and not necessarily are a museum curator of the craft. You know what I mean? Who likes to talk about animation. To them, talking about animation is talking about the works that were made in the medium of 2D animation. You know what I'm saying?
So stupid.
Yeah, it's a show.
I think I'm more on that line to where, to me, what's most coolest to me is making a story in the medium of animation, but not necessarily the animation medium. You know what I'm saying? Interesting to think about.
I remember when I was a kid watching that, I was like, I hate this show. I don't want to watch this. And then I grew older, I was like, oh, okay,
this is a show that's
I
actually
get
written
it
by
now.
someone my age. That's probably why I hated it.
It's like, oh, I get it now. I just watched this Animatic by what's his name? Gutierrez? I think his last name's Gutierrez, but he's like the guy who made The Book of Life and El Tigre. He's trying to get this.
That's been The thing with him and his pilot has been popping off recently.
Have you seen it?
No, but I'm going to.
I loved it. I shared it in the server.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I'll share it in here too, but
I'll take a look at it because it's gonna make it stick in my head to remember to, if we like, very quickly take a brief.
Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. This boot turns. We're just gonna draw a slight turn. Eee.
Although it's not
really just put something down and then you can just look at it.
He's doing like a crowdfund for the rest, I guess.
You know.
He's hoping that if enough people look at it, it'll get picked up.
Oh, he just wants this show to get picked up.
I don't know. I can't provide advice because it's fucking hard doing your own thing. Wait, especially if you're not getting sponsored or paid. So I don't know.
Just put it in the chat.
What do I know?
It's in the chat.
Also, some kind of animation-related news that's a little bit tragic.
Especially if you want it to look good, then you want it to be quality, then it's damn near impossible to do something on your own like that. You're relegated and banished to making a comic. Something you don't actually really care about because you like animation, you know?
That's sad.
Yeah, they became completely irrelevant in like the era of like streaming music videos and stuff. Like everyone watches. If you're watching music videos, you're not watching them on TV. You're watching them
Yeah.
online.
They should have
I,
done thing.
oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. I just remember MTV. I remember watching. I mean, of course, like Beavis and Butthead, but also I remember watching an episode of The Head and like Aeon Flux, like long
See, the
time
problem is
ago.
that
Pretty
Yeah,
nice
some of those
memories.
are really ahead of their time too. Like
this is like
uh,
too low, essentially.
there's also the Max show, comic artist Sam Keith, who has like a really kind of wild,
Too low
very
again.
highly gestural, exaggerated style. He had like this kind of psychological thriller,
Like you
surrealist
can,
superhero story from
it's
Indie
pretty
Comics called
easy
The
to
Max.
go like here,
That got a
I've seen that.
here.
partial kind of abbreviated adaptation of the
Hold up.
first
What I
several
do?
issues of the story
Yeah, 6A.
that was put on MTV. They did an alternate ending to the comic because they had to end the series like after,
And then just put a line right here, really,
so
which
it
goes.
like an alternate, but like
I don't
the
know
comic
why
keeps
this is
going,
not showing.
going beyond the point that you
Stupid.
see in the show.
It's dumb. Sorry.
My favorite part in that is like, killed my
Oh,
hostage.
because
You
it's.
killed my hostage. You killed my hostage.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why I kind of remember that.
And then yeah, just put a line right there, just to see the level. Something like this, I'll change this when I do the final line work, right? You see it just jumping around everywhere. Not good.
Phone call's over, but I'm gonna hit the restroom. Be right back.
Cool.
Yeah,
Turn that.
whatever happened.
Ooh, hold up.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I wonder whatever happened to some of those animators from MTV. It's like
Well,
they had a
probably
lot of.
moved on to bigger and better things, you know.
They had like very distinct styles. I know the guy who did Aeon Flux probably like he did something in the Animatrix, but that's about it. All I know.
So kind of like
Is
that.
there any animation projects that are coming out this year that are even worth a damn right now? Like, is there any guys know about anything going on this year? Any new shows
Mario
or
releasing
movies?
a new animated movie about a basketball goat.
About a basketball goat?
Oh,
You
it's
heard
called The Goat.
Yep.
Is it so? It's like Air Bud, but with a goat instead of a golden retriever.
And animated like Spider-Verse, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, similar style to Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
I will
sounds cool.
never forgive Warner Bros. For turning down a Batman Beyond Spider-Verse like movie. That's stupid. That is ridiculous that they did that.
It's long overdue. Batman Beyond reboot or something, or some kind of movie.
Sorry, I'm just. It's a lot of the little things I'm not talking about.
The Airbud sequel, Ground Enemy.
What's that?
Oh,
The Airbud sequel, Ground Enemy.
I've never heard of that. Is that an actual thing, or are you making it funny?
What the hell is going on? Oh, I put the wrong one on. Be shocked.
You know, has anybody watched like glitch animations before?
Yeah.
Those are projects I'm kind of excited about to see.
The next episode is the Amazing Digital Circus already. I want it.
But it feels like a new kind of
You see, her foot kind of goes up,
like era of
and then goes down.
animation.
I guess a reference from that in terms of like she jumped, but it needs to return though. See, it returns.
These YouTube uploads.
Yeah, it returns easily.
These huge animation projects or indie.
But does it though?
Projects, you know.
Ooh, this is a lot of little stuff, man. A lot of little stuff. I think
I think
it's
the
cool if you go bam, bam, bam,
especially now that studios just keep
bam,
releasing
bam,
garbage.
bam, and then let's lower that back down. Just as emphasis to like, you know, not too much though. And then it can return to
Has anyone
normalcy.
seen the new Zootopia? Is that any good?
It is good.
I think it's good.
Okay, good.
I like it as much as the first movie, but I kind of have a personal
Like that.
attachment to the second movie now.
Okay. Personal attachment, huh?
Yeah, it just feels a bit more.
Just to give that emphasis of like stepping
kind of
down,
like
you know.
Slightly different concept.
And it's on a 3D plane, which I didn't even
I
consider
wish
that.
they would have went with the first concept that they had for the first movie, where it was like, I don't know if you guys know this, but it was like Nick's Wild Ride or something like that, and it's like him making an amusement park. It was gonna be a lot darker, and like they're gonna have shock collars on all the predators.
Let's continue.
I'd like to see that version.
Dark fantasy is a subgenre of fantasy. That's like normal fantasy.
But dark.
I was looking through my YouTube playlist here to see if I can find.
I forget what the first Zootopia was about, but I remember liking it.
It's about little bunny girl that wants to be cop. She finds out people are going crazy because of Flower. She wants to know where Flower come from, so she can prove that she is good cop. And also, there's a fox.
Okay, so let's continue.
I remember the characters. I just didn't remember what the story was.
Yes, that's essentially the story.
Okay.
The volume is it keeps
Ooh,
shifting.
Vinland Saga
That's the
got
problem with this
announced
shit.
for its third season. I cannot wait.
Oh yeah, love of Vinland Saga.
Like that straight. So it's just like little subtlety lines. This is pretty easy to me, you know. We'll see how it turns out at the end. After I finish this frame, then I'm gonna call it quits, and then we're gonna have done 2 out of the 3, which means I'm gonna be way more than halfway done.
Yes,
This whole animation
I've
project.
been trying to make my drawings less stiff looking without much success. So I like dabbling in you know, animation kind of style techniques and stuff or ideas, but I mean I'm not as I'm like more I like more where I do more illustration stuff, but I think I am like curious about animation as well. So
Animation has the fourth dimensional element to it. Because it's not about the individual drawing, usually it's about like how the overall impression of emotion.
He just said.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to get too
It's
ramped up
just-
in individual drawing.
It's just like a level of thinking about it that I think I'm probably just not used to, but I really think I would benefit
Well,
from.
I mean, it depends what you want to do with it, but like, it can be helpful even for like comic artists and illustrators to do like studies of motion and stuff, because you know, like you're trying to convey motion without a timeline. You've got to come up with other ways to kind of convey that on the paper, and it helps to understand and observe how motion works in the real world too, even when you're doing that. Let's see. So let's
Yeah, that's good to
I haven't
know.
begun drawing the arm yet.
I will say that like one thing that will definitely help like most people when they're starting to get into animation is to roll and flip. By which I mean, you might notice that I'm going through like these frames one at a time, and just like being very meticulous about this. Don't do this usually, unless you're like establishing your key poses or something. But the way I'm kind of doing it right now is because I already have like the frames here that I'm just basically rotoscoping and just having fun with. The way that you do this when you're really animating is I think a better example. Let me bring up that little improvised thing that I did the other day. If I can find it. There it is. So this guy, I literally like started with a few poses and stuff. You can see I made some erasing when I went back through them, but I did a lot of rolling and flipping. By which I mean like I would like cycle through the animation and like I would like look for opportunity of like where I could nudge things or adjust things. Because I'm like literally like flipping through the animation, getting a feel for it. Like if something looks off or looks like something I could adjust or make feel a little bit more fluid or something. I go through the frames and I trigger the part of my brain that sees the motion when I'm doing these, because you're literally like drawing fourth dimensionally when you're doing this. Basically, it sounds pretentious, I know, but I can sound like a tech pro CEO or something when I'm saying that shit. I'm sorry, but you're thinking in terms of like the overall motion and the impression of the motion, and you don't get that unless you do this. You gotta like treat your animation like a flip book and see what's happening, and like see how you can like like adjust things, and then you start developing a feel for it. Dude, especially if you've done a lot of observation of movement, like if like the way that he comes up, the way that he balances himself is stuff that came out of me doing all those motion studies and observations and stuff. And I try to like so like this started off looking really stiff when I started it, and then I like kept rolling and flipping until I got something that felt good to me. Like I started playing with like giving more anticipation at the beginning here, and like some anticipation where he comes down a little bit at the beginning here, comes down a little bit. Then this was actually one of the first poses I drew for this right here, I think. And there's another one somewhere in here that I modified a bunch. He comes down a bit. He kind of like shrugs his shoulders a bit, and then he's got this arm bent, and then this arm's a little more straight. Comes up. He's sort of bending the arm there. It's kind of like passing between in front of us. He swings his arm back.
Now I need to clean stuff up because it's kind of getting a little dicey.
And at the same time, you can see like
Can't
his
really
head,
see what's
he
going
kind of
on.
like shifts his weight over that way a little bit off the center of gravity, and then kind of adjusts back over again. I also did a similar thing with like the knees here that are kind of bobbing right there as he adjusts himself and stuff. Yeah, and this is like this is all like intuitive stuff that I did like without. I did just like looking for something that kind of felt good to me.
I'm trying to like.
This only came out.
I forget. So yeah, this, which is. I can go on my iPad and do this really quick, but I don't feel like I'm too lazy, dude. In terms of doing a hand model.
You want to be rolling and flipping like this. The light table right there. This can stiffen up your animation. It's good to have this too. Like if you're doing really close together in between, and you need to like kind of zero in on that, or if you have like a background that you need to check or something, or line up with, or like to line up parts of the feet on multiple frames, things like that. And you can get like an overall impression of like where your arcs are going with enough onion skinning. But you generally, when you're animating, you want to leave that off, and you want to be like going back and forth between this, because you will see ways you can push what's happening that wouldn't occur to you otherwise, because you're actually seeing the motion. So yeah.
It's just jacked up. I'm not really worried about hands. You can just reference that and you can get it really good.
The way that I could
not worried about that, but I just want the general idea.
In the direction. I think I might do that a bit. Like I have these frames here, and I have I have a toggle here that lets me do this, a frame like this. But I also have a toggle that lets me jump between each drawn cell that I've made.
It is frustrating though.
Between those, and I can do the rolling and flipping thing to kind of like look for areas in the figure that I could kind of play with somewhat. And this is like a different approach than I was taking of like meticulously going through the frames. Now I'm kind of exercising the part of my brain that I use when I roll and flip. And the point of doing exercise, like doing these kind of exercises like this, is to play the parts of my brain that I kind of want to wake up for what I need them for when I'm actually like doing character animation or something, you know. So this is so doing this right now that I've explained what rolling and flipping is a way to kind of strategically think about that. I'm doing a really low grade version of it where I don't care as much about what I'm actually making here, but I might play with a little bit. Like I might position where my arrows go to make kind of a certain visual impression that I want to make in this little study this motion study that I'm doing.
You see, the first problem is this whole hand is way too long.
Rolling and flipping, very, very, very important for any kind of animator, really. I want to find out. I know that there's a CG version of rolling. I know that there is a CG version of rolling and flipping. I want to find out if there is a stop motion equivalent of rolling and flipping.
The arm can't just
be
get
a little trickier to do. You can't really insert stuff the same way that you can.
Yeah, I don't know how that.
So you need to go
yeah, I'll
here,
talk to them. I'll talk
here,
to them.
and
They have
here.
their own techniques for solving
Right there.
different issues. One thing that you can definitely
Like
do
that.
is like,
And it'll be better if I do arc, but whatever.
or have some like live action reference and stuff. And you can do your rolling and flipping on like you could do your own rolling and flipping on
Cool.
doing like the animation.
Let's put that back on. It's surprising having the underdrawing on, even if it's super rough. It's surprising how much that helps.
Before you do the
Just to guide you where you're looking at, you know.
before you do the actual stop motion. That is something that some stop motion animation productions will do sometimes. I want to find out who was used on Love Me Not, which is a 1993 thing by an Aardman animator and director. That is a obscure short they did for Channel 4. It's part of these little anthologies that Aardman would do. Different Aardman creators doing like very different from usual Aardman style animations, and this one's like really excellent character animation. This came out in 1993, around the time like Toy Story and some other things came out too, I think. So yeah, when did Toy Story come out?
It's like 94, 98.
1995, so 2 years before Toy Story, but there was still the Pixar shorts that were coming out around this time, I think, that were kind of pushing things. But there was efforts in stop motion animation around this time to kind of make it more feel like 2D animation. So this came out actually the same year that Nightmare Before Christmas did, and also there was like Wallace and Gromit stuff happening around this time too. But this is like a marvelously animated short.
Here I'm gonna copy the head again, right here. I'm gonna copy the head because at this point it favors it so much. You want to have it based on this. I don't know. Maybe I
I
will.
would love to find out like what they put into this, but it really feels like to me first off that they definitely shot live action.
Okay, let's do it. He does it on the Sonic Fox one. That's the same head. Just it says blinked. I mean he just opens his eyes.
And also
So I'm gonna copy the head right here.
Also probably acted out the scene.
Kaboom, bam. Which one was
They
that?
probably relentlessly storyboarded it and stuff, but it feels to me like they also more than likely did pencil test 2D animation for it too. This uses a lot of very 2D animation style approach to it.
Loves.
They're even using like animation smears here, like on the pulling
That's how you tell
themselves.
the head is kind
All
of
these
busted.
principles of hand-drawn animation are going into this. Let's get through this here. You can link the short in the chat so you can look at yourself.
That escalated quickly. Oh, it escalated again. Oh.
I would love finding out more about the making of this. It's a great short.
See, now it's good because you don't really need the underdrawing no more like that, as you can tell.
This was, of course, also happening during the Silver Age of Disney, so there was a lot more interest in like very classical animation. Wound up finding its way to certain parts of stuff at the time.
That's not how this shit is done.
Yeah, I want to find out like
Not how it's
something
done.
like that really
Sorry.
feels to me like they did pencil test rough animation essentially, and then like the character animation they referenced that for the character animation. Then they had to like meticulously plan around what they did for that. It was like probably some kind of combination of pencil test and animatic, I think. That would be my guess. It's probably like some kind of weird Frankenstein thing that they had for solving those problems. But I would love to find out more about what went into that. The animation holds up today. It's really good.
No, that really was good.
Uncover a magician's tricks.
Yeah. I got someone who's taking classes from Aardman. Maybe I could ask them to find out.
It's good to see that you're still keeping on this figure drawing stuff.
Yeah. I ain't gonna stop.
I don't know if you remember, I used to be on here a lot more.
Yeah, it used to be what?
I used to be on here a lot more.
I kind of remember you.
Yeah, I need a It needs to kind of match the head, but I'm not being too strict about it. But see, that head's not the same at all, bro. Not the same at all. We can easily, just through shape language, we can kind of fix that. Like, boom. You know, kind of like that.
They sent me some
boom.
fan art thing they did years ago. They wanted to
Boom.
share. That's neat. Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks.
And if you want to hang out more, I'm going to be doing more regular stuff in my own server as well.
I dropped a can. Burn it.
Those. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. I was talking to myself.
Yeah, those hangouts in my server are going to be like, they're kind of like casual study sessions. Sometimes we get a little bit more deliberate about them. I'm going to kind of evolve them as we go because they're going to be a mix of like, we're going to do casual sessions and someday we might do something more intense. Some days we'll be more productive. It depends on what I'm up to mainly because I'm...
See, this one, I can tell right now that boom, this one is too low.
My hope is that
so that needs to go up, maybe like 2, 1, 2, maybe.
Regulars there that
yeah, right there.
My server can be active even when I'm not there, because there's going to be people that want to use it as a study and hangouts place. But as it is right now, like more or less the sessions begin and end with when I'm around. But yeah, no, it's been cool getting those back in gear.
Is that a goal for you in 2026 to just like study more?
Well, yeah, and then get like more freelance jobs and opportunities and stuff. my figure sketching is really poopy right now because I'm coming back rusty after a few days of break. But that's why I'm doing this, so I can get back in gear. This guy's really looking long, really long proportion. Well, whatever.
It's just eyeballing at this point. I'm pretty much done with this.
Contest in your server or anything?
You know?
Pit us against each other?
Animation speed battle. Like something I've been thinking about hosting my server at some point. Speed battles are one of the best ways to like it's something that came out of the anime community, but it's also something that's useful for Western animators and just animators in general. Speed battles are you have like a
Hold up.
you have a set amount of roughly set amount of time. You can kind of fudge how long you spend on it if you really want to, but you have like a roughly set amount of time, and there's a particular topic that's picked for the speed battle, and you animate to the parameters of the speed battle. Sometimes it can be something really specific, like there's a specific animation challenge you're supposed to do. But a lot of times it's like you kind of have absolute freedom what you can do. You just have to do something that kind of hits what the parameter is. Like it might give you like somebody do like a dude riding a motorcycle, or I don't know. They'll give you like some kind of prompt of some kind to animate. Then you've got to animate within the set amount of time. But if you want to spend more, usually for those you can spend a little more time. But the point is to like just go in and just try to challenge yourself to animate and animate quickly. And doing a lot of those can kind of rack you up some good animation mileage. And often like communities that do speed battles will have a review and critique session of the speed battles to showcase and critique. There's only so much you can critique for like something that's like got a severe time pressure on it, obviously, but so sometimes those are just done for fun, but they are a really important kind of study tool. There are communities of animators that do speed battles pretty regularly. I mean, a few of them, although I really haven't participated in them. I may participate in some of theirs, or I may host some of my own. Probably do a mix of two. That would be the hope. Just feeling out things out as I go. I do want to do something like that, but I want to do it when it feels right to do it, and where it's good, where it's productive to do it. I don't want to do it for its own sake, you know?
Yeah.
There are other communities that are hosting those things. If I wanted to, like, I could maybe like advertise one that I might be participating in or something, but that would be open to other people. But yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm doing this kind of stuff, like, in part to like stay accountable to myself. I don't know. I've kind of learned over the years to like sort of detect when like, am I doing this because I want to like chase some kind of clout, or am I doing this like some kind of idea of like that I might get a clout after grinding like this, or is this something that is to keep me accountable to keep studying and practicing?
All right, so we got one more thing to do. The head angles and motions, that's always, that eludes me, you know?
I'm not being productive by this.
But
I'm chasing something that I shouldn't
right
be
there,
chasing. That's
it's the hair. Right here.
Like the point I'm doing, why I'm doing this stuff is to improve my own skills and loosen up and stay accountable and stuff, and also get better at teaching when I give people feedback, when I give people tips. Because I get better at my own art when I give people feedback. Because it always like when you give other people feedback,
Boom,
like
boom, boom,
you
boom.
have an easier time.
Bam, bam.
understanding where-
Hair swings forward.
where
Hair is
falling
back.
and work come from.
Swings forward. And then it comes.
You get to see,
Then
like,
it's going to return to
somebody's
here.
work that's already been
Right.
completed or partially completed that you can kind of analyze. from the outside in a way that the
That's
person who
good.
made it
Like
can't
that.
quite see something.
And I already said it's gonna favor the last drawing.
And so I'm a big advocate, especially if you're enrolled in a class or something like that. It's a good idea to try to like exercise the practice of like giving each other feedback, because it encourages you to think critically and collaboratively. Even if your feedback might try to be humble about it, like it's like you don't have to take this, but it's something I've observed. You might be wrong and you might be off base, and that's also part of the process too. Like being able to issue feedback is a skill. And like any skill, you kind of need feedback from
Okay.
you need
I see what's
feedback
going
for
on.
the skill of giving feedback.
So this needs to be like that, really.
It's like any other skill.
It's boom, bam, or it could be straight like this. That's pretty good.
So I'm going to be very encouraging of. I want people, even if you're relatively new.
Yeah, there we go. I'm fine with that.
Something that you think you can give some critique on, as long as you're humble about it, and as long as you ask permission if people want.
You need the hair swinging a little bit.
To hear some feedback, hear like
the volume still ain't quite right.
Or like an idea that you have that was sparked by something they did.
But you know,
you have a
it's
cool
cool.
suggestion for a character or a story or something that you can insert into the storyboard or something. You know, who knows? Or
also
maybe like a perspective area that you notice. Yeah, I mean, you might be off base, like saying it and stuff. But it's fine. It's okay. If you stay humble,
it needs to be.
You could either potentially learn something, like why you might have been off base on something, or you might provide some insight that might be helpful for that person. But you exercise.
This should be.
And you'll get
hold up.
More
Bam, boom. Yeah, this should be a little higher too. This is basic
when you exercise.
Foreshortening. The glasses need to look smaller because she's now leaning. You know what I'm saying?
Art and critical analysis.
Like that.
Rather, you want to use your noodle, exercise your cognitive functioning.
Like that.
I notice it's like I feel a lot more comfortable to like ask for feedback like in a class or anything, but like outside of that, I always like feel like it's a lot harder for me to find like communities to get that feedback. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean that's understandable. Like not every community is like a formal class where it's a safe environment where you won't feel judged the same way. That's why I kind of try to foster that here, and also.
Only problem is that for this little keyframe, you want it to be very clear that the glasses is put on. So I want it to be a little bigger. I don't think about that.
Feedback or try to get
complicated.
Feedback. You might be off base if you with the criticism you're issuing, but the point is to try. And also, like at the very least, you can like. I think it's also a good idea to like.
I'm gonna have this big too.
To give criticism, you can do basically. You see what I'm doing with these live action figures. You can do that to like someone's character design or something like that. Like kind of. I don't know if I'll get feedback over, but it's okay if I study your character. You're studying, kind of break down your character a little bit. That'd be kind of fun.
Which thing is there's so many. There's so many things for this. Where's the glasses? There we go.
I did something like that the other day. There's another.
This needs to go, dude. This needs to go.
For an art
There's too much.
YouTuber.
Oops.
I give some feedback.
Yeah, this
over
is not cool.
Who's doing a fan art rendition. There's the server right here. It's this YouTuber named Jaka. Someone who was doing I think they're still in there right now. The person who's working on this, making a 3D character model of Jaka as some fan art. And I gave some like draw over feedback of like some suggestions on how to like loosen up the character and stuff. And I told them like you don't have to use this. I'm doing this in part because I kind of want to play with this. So, like you don't have to necessarily use my feedback. They're kind of going for like a low play like thing right there, but I wanted to play with it, play around with the character and stuff. I got a little nibble of doing some solid drawing character.
There's a lot goes into this. It's not gonna be perfect, but you know.
That's a that's a pretty cool way to do that. To you know, it's like kind of a way to like start a conversation about feedback, but like visually, I guess, kind of way where it's like, oh, do you mind if I draw on this? And then it could lead to more of a conversation about like improvements, like where it can be made or something, right?
Do a little more rendering on the character, draw a little tricep, you know. Which the tricep's already kind of right here. That's a shoulder, then you got the boom, bam, just a little curvature.
Time is it? It is nearly 8. Neat.
Then you got bam.
There are 3 games I got for Christmas with my Steam gift card money.
Ooh, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Well, Ball X Pit was one. Another one was a game called Tavern Keeper. Another one's called Blippo Plus.
Don't know what any of those are.
I will explain. Well, Ball X Pit, strong recommendation. It's a progression. It's kind of like a little bit like Vampire. It's like Vampire Survivor meets Arkanoid, I would say. You are in like you basically it's.
I'm pretty satisfied.
You like progress and you like.
I'm pretty satisfied with this.
Combined with other power ups that you shoot balls at like a bunch of like advancing blocks of enemies that will attack you if they get close and stuff. And you can get like insane combinations of the power upgrades that you get in order to like fill the screen with a ridiculous amount of balls, especially later in the game.
So to recap, standing animation.
When you got more upgrades unlocked.
Knockdown happens.
It's
Glasses
really
flip off.
Fun, it's really well designed.
Realizes the glasses are off. It's floating in midair, falling. She catches it, puts it on, and then a return to smirking. Which I forgot to do this. It's gonna be more and more smirking, kind of like.
So that one gets a huge.
And then this isn't. Oops. This shouldn't be laughing at all. It should be like this.
That I got, which is Tavern Keeper, which is.
Let's look at the mouth. Close, close, boom.
Kind of what the name.
Then it's gonna be.
You're a fantasy.
Slowly start to smirk.
Adventure gaming world.
Slowly start to smirk.
Basically. It's a management sim game.
Oops.
There's been a lot of simulators slop lately, and like whether they be first person slop or they be like third person kind of stuff. The Tavern Keeper is not that. It is an unfinished.
So it's gonna slowly start to smile again.
More to go
See?
content, but they have like a really good roadmap.
From neutral
and it's a game that
to
has
smiling.
actual soul to it. Like if you're a fan of the Terry Pratchett Discworld novels, the humor tone from the game is very much influenced by Terry Pratchett.
I've heard of those and I've watched a video on them, but I've not read them.
Yeah, they are like kind of like spoofs of they're
also
comedy novels.
I want the mouth to slowly increase in size, right? So this is already too
the other genres they kind of mishmash
too big, you know?
the books and the things that they're parodying in them. Classic stuff to look into if you haven't read those. Very much recommendation. Look into the Discworld books. You don't have to you can start anywhere in the Discworld series too. Terry always did a really good job of introducing people to the characters in the world, no matter which of the books you pick up.
Like that.
So. But anyway, so Tavern Keeper has like a very kind of charming, silly style, silly fantasy style and stuff.
You see how the hair moving? That secondary action of the hair when she's recoiling back. You see how that adds to the you know, to the kind of impact of her going down suddenly.
They have like the ability to add like custom assets to the game from the player audience using like the in-game building blocks and stuff.
I feel like she shouldn't even be smiling here. I feel like this should be like
part of the game.
Yeah, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh, that's amazing.
It should be more of a neutral still, a little bit. It's gonna be super
Figure out
subtle.
what I want to buy with my Amazon gift card I got for Christmas.
But here's Tavern Keeper. This is not an AI slop game. That is not AI slop that you're looking at right now. That's an actual illustration by a human being.
Good to
Wait, is that even the best
There's
thing to
no
do?
AI that was used in any part of this game. They have a big ass roadmap.
I think smiling earlier is
stuff.
better.
What are your
It's just
thoughts
I'm
on
just
Expedition
natural
33
reaction. I mean,
game
gut.
of the year
It
for
looks
AI?
better.
I think it was a really bad idea for them to use the AI as placeholder assets because there was always the risk of those getting overlooked by accident, and because they originally used those to kind of visualize what the game would be, what the area of the game would be like. Then they were planning to replace those with regular stuff. But it was a accident that they got.
So there's two things, just two other things to do. There's the tassel and there's the
This happened before in the pre-AI days.
the pendant, right?
Assets that
So I can do that, but that might be a whole nother thing, right? Ugh.
License to use and stuff gets called out by the copyright holder. That's something that's happened more than a few times before. In this case, it's a Gen AI slot.
I can't shake the feeling that the head is getting smaller. I can't shake that feeling, dude. The head is too big here.
And this was early on in the production before Gen AI had the same stank that it does now.
See, it's important to get to the stage to realize that.
This kind of stuck in the game. So I don't. I think that the devs learned their lesson and know better now. But it was completely on them, and it was kind of well deserved to take that away. You need to do that. You need to take that award away because you need to set a precedent that you can't get away with doing that or fudging that. You know, it has to be, if you're doing an indie award, it has to be a game completely composed of art made by humans.
Maybe 98 would be better.
Art and stuff made by humans. That's the other thing too. I mentioned a little bit earlier. I'll mention a little bit more of it now. I don't feel like going into a whole AI rant spiel, but everything about AI is a scam. It's not going to be replacing creative jobs. It's not even replacing programmer jobs, for that matter. What is happening is managers and CEOs have always wanted to fire lots and lots of people, and AI is just the excuse to do that. The excuse and the pretext to do that, and then drive down wages and stuff.
I think one is fine, actually.
That's what's going on.
Also, AI is not good for the environment.
No, it isn't. It's also an excuse to guzzle tons of resources and tech, and also to prop up Wall Street and pass around the same money over and over again between the same few companies at the top to make the number artificially look like it's going up. It's a scam.
Yeah. 100%.
And there's a lot of other horrible implications of what's happening with it, with
much better
fake news and disruption to other industries and stuff like that by tons of awful Gen AI slop. But it is not going to be replacing jobs. It does not actually replace jobs. What you were saying is it being used as an excuse to just mass fire.
It's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Although I keep seeing boomers online falling for AI slop, oh, look at that, a mama mountain lion's leaving her cub right there on that person's doorstep, and the person's taking care of it. No, that's AI.
Yeah, there's a lot of horrible side effects of what that slop is doing too.
I'm satisfied with that.
I low-key think that there might actually wind up being a boom in stop-motion animation because it is something that becomes immediately obvious that is not Gen AI.
I'd be down for that.
I mean, I'm sure there's Gen AI that can look like stop motion, but it's always going to be uncanny, and you want Like the people are going to be in the era of Gen A slop. I think more and more people are going to be seeking out real artists because Gen A slop fucking sucks, man. It's shit.
You got a favorite stop motion film?
I have to think about that one, but I think Jan Schwankmayer's Alice is a big one for me. Stop motion surrealist film. Jan Schwankmayer has been huge. He's a Czechoslovakian surrealist animator that made tons and tons of films over the years. His work is just like insane mixed media. Sometimes he was originally like a puppeteer and stuff. Czechoslovakian puppeteer, and then like started making films and stuff. There's a long history to him, including facets that I'm only just recently learning about.
Man, I like how you went really artsy, and I was thinking of Paranorman.
Yeah.
The hell is this?
Henry Selick actually presented a Lifetime Achievement Award of I forget what the award was for, but it was like a stop motion animation. It was like the Persistence of Vision Award. I forget what it was from, but he personally presented it to Jan Schwankmayer like a couple decades ago at this one thing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. I think I'm good.
So he's a big admirer of Jan Schwankmayer. Jan Schwankmayer is still around. He's still making films. He's like in his 90s. It's wild. But he did like a dark stop motion surrealist take on Alice in Wonderland with like taxidermy animals.
I think I'm good with that.
Like bugged out eyes and stuff, and it's just like this kind of like fever dream film.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that on
All right,
YouTube.
we're gonna try to roughly
I watched,
get
like, a documentary of it on YouTube. Yeah. I've seen
the pendant down. I mean, we're already here. Let's try and do something with that. Why not?
It was creepy as hell.
Okay, so right now we need to do this pendant right here.
There was a lot of stuff
Right
about
there.
like childhood and other things and the storytelling.
Usually,
you can actually watch the whole thing if you search for.
yeah. So we're trying to get started. There ain't no. I'm not gonna do pose to pose. It's just gonna be a straight ahead type deal.
So
on another layer.
This film was also a big influence on Silent Hill.
Really?
Yeah, this is actually cited in one of the Silent Hill books.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
Silent Hill art book.
Whoa, he's going inside a
Sound effects are
shelf.
crazy, too.
Oh yeah, sound design is a big thing in this book.
Not like today where everything has to have music.
All right, so boom, that
But
happens.
his films have been a big influence on animators, filmmakers, artists.
Secondary, so this needs to be like right there.
Game developers. There's a lot. There are game developers I've seen on Steam that cite Schwankmayer by name in the description for the game.
Put that on, like distort or something. Free transform.
Kind of reminds me of Skinamarink a little bit.
Skinamarink's filmmaker is influenced by Schwankmayer.
God, that is unsettling. Oh God.
It's the damn one. He's eating sawdust, by the way, because he's a taxidermy animal.
Well, it makes it sound delicious.
We'll watch a little bit of this. I want to show you a part that is very kind of like, oh yeah, you can see where the Silent Hill got some influence.
Zabědoval bílý králík.
That's weird. This is where we do the exaggeration. We're learning from the pro animators. Even though this necklace doesn't stretch, we're going to make it stretch because we're doing animation. And animation, especially 2D animation, especially classic 2D animation, is about the appeal, right? So we're going to make that longer than it normally is. Like that. Maybe even longer, dude. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. Let's commit. Maybe even longer, dude. Like boom, like that or something. Yeah, like that. That's perfect. Guns good. Guns good.
Okay, so try to get the drawer open. Falls to a bucket to the floor, and then falls into an elevator.
I can't believe she did the classic hit the rake thing.
Yeah. The film is like a surrealist story of like the world, how the world feels. Things in front of you, like you can't touch.
As long as it's on layer, then it's fine.
Stay away from interesting things around you. Constantly being like subjected to punishment and like weird rules. Weird rules you don't understand.
Feel that.
There's jars of like preserves and food and stuff. Like there's bread with nails in it, right there. It's like you're supposed to stay away from these.
You want to stretch. You want to have that animation appeal, you know?
Preserves there. It's full of effects.
And so it's going to keep going this way. This is the laws of gravity. It's going to keep going.
So,
It's going to keep going this way next frame.
The part where you open a can of light bulbs towards the latter half of the can.
Only problem is that's going to get in the way of the glasses right there. So it needs to go up. It needs to flip up.
The puzzles stop making sense.
Like it needs to go like this. Oh hell no. Make sure you do on another layer. Let's not play around here.
I've never played Silent Hill because I'm too much pussy and I will cry.
It's one of the scariest games I've ever played for sure.
Yeah. The original is really good. The remake is.
Like that.
Yeah, there's like a can of
Exactly like that. You see that? Exactly like that. You just gotta think about it. I mean, you know. You just gotta imagine it and think about it. Really. You know what I'm saying?
That light from the roof, it reminded me of
That's
Jacob's
it.
Ladder.
Oh yeah, I don't know if Jacob's Ladder was influenced by this movie, but
It was it did inspire Silent Hill.
this came out in 1988. I know Jacob's Ladder influenced Silent Hill, but yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to
That's
see
it, bro.
because I don't.
I already know I'm about to get it. I already know.
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder came out in 1990.
Oh wow.
So that was 2 years after this came out. But Trunkmare had been around for a long time.
Anyway, so yeah, pop up, boom, zoom, zoom.
They were influenced, like going back to like the 60s and 70s by Trunkmare. Like all Punch and Judy. I'll link this one in chat. This one's a must see. Trunkmare has done like tons of films.
Boom, boom, bam, bam, boom. And so another layer again. Call that chain. Save, always save. Boom, boom.
I'm gonna check them out.
Bam, bam, bam.
So this does have some stop motion.
And now this is gonna kind of go up a little bit, like that. Exactly like, see that? You see that? Oh, by the way, this is the power of gesture drawing. You can just quickly do shapes very well, quickly get to drawing, quickly do a nose. You know what I mean? Quickly do that.
He has a big thing for like antiques and like decaying.
You know what I'm saying?
Decaying.
And you're not gonna think about it. You're not gonna think about it too much like that.
There's objects
when it comes to that's kind of shit. But you know what I'm saying. You're not going to think about it too much.
What you're seeing right now is kind of
when
like
you're just gesture drawing and you only have 30 seconds to do a figure,
going to the fairgrounds.
So this helps when it comes to just quickly doing shit. It speeds up your animation.
You see like people enjoying themselves. You see like fairground
So obviously, we look at this and then you gotta,
kind of like
piece of size, obviously.
People and stuff, and the merry-go-round.
Maybe like that, Try and keep the volume as but it's gonna be slowly flipping, so this might be
fairground or the pier or whatever.
See, it's helpful if you just can shortcut this with the tools in your program. But me, I'm not that adept like that, So something like this, right?
This film came out in the 60s, by the way.
Boom, boom, bam. Bam, bam, bam. How's that?
1966.
Damn, 1966.
Oh my god, a real life guinea pig.
Yep.
My goodness.
So I have two torches. I can do this, and I can go here.
How long is this? We probably could watch this whole thing. It's not that long.
I can go here, and then bam, and then frame, chain, frame, chain, and then we're just gonna, make it go up higher a little bit. Like this, kinda. See, that's the thing that's why I want to do. I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna make it be like that. Like that. Yeah. And it's cool because this is gonna go that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be in the way of the glasses, which you already see right here. That's my goal, bro. Animators are strategists, bro. You see that? See that? See how that works? Let's go. How? I mean, this is easy, bro. This is basic animation. You're just animating a shape. You start with animating a, bouncing ball. That's how you do it. So you should be able to do shit like this. I'm saying? One thing I'm thinking about is boom. Maybe it should pop. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't have been like this. Because also I can go. Because think about it. The action is when it goes. Boom. Then it recoils. So it should be. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get what they're fighting about.
There's no right way to do this.
Over the guinea pig.
But he still has the guinea pig. Why did he attack him?
Well, he offered him like money for the guinea pig, but he offered him like a tiny amount.
Oh, it was money.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it was a sack of money.
Yeah, keep going. Okay, another one. Chain. Same thing.
Oh, dang.
Some of the jokes that they're doing here are like from Punch and Judy shows, including like the arms in the coffin. The character that they think is dead.
Only problem is if I were to do this realistically, this should be right here. You know what I mean? But I can't have that get in the way of the glasses. This is a design flaw. I should have thought about this shit. This is a design flaw.
Of the Punch and Judy show, basically.
On the final line work, I can just remove the pendant entirely. Like this is things we have to think about. Like, is it fit for a 2D animation for a fighting game? You know what I mean? Or will that get in the way of clarity? You know, something 2SKO doesn't do. I have to throw shots in there.
Ooh.
Next, we're just gonna title that C. I press F2 like those windows. So that's not the shortcut for Clip Studio. Okay, to rename. Boom.
Oh my god.
You see what I'm saying? That's not good. It gets in the way of the clarity of what's happening. It gets in the way, dude. It's sad, but I might have to completely exclude the pendant, bro. Might have to. Probably gonna do that. It gets in the way of the story that's being told, which is she puts on the glasses.
They're both wondering, like, how to kill a puppet.
And I could just, because the character's not in a comic or animation yet, so I can just change the storyline to make it to where, okay, if the glasses are taken off, then the pendant disappears. Because in the storyline of Streak, this is some weird ass shit. In the storyline of Streak, this is weird as hell. This is her when she's powered on and her glasses are on. Then her suit turns orange. Her hair may get longer. She has these. There's like electric sparks here. You have these antenna dials. And then this is when the glasses are off. Then, you know, you don't have these little wires in the hair helmet. You know what I mean? And so in her, the color changes and stuff like that, right? So I could just make it story-wise, the pendant disappears if her glasses are on. Her glasses is the equipment. It's like the on-off switch to the power. So I can be like, yo, if you don't have the glasses on, then the pendant disappears. Maybe some shit like that. It's still a fluid story, bro. But this animation isn't a fluid animation. It's already I already have frames here. You know what I mean? It's hard to just do a sweeping change, I guess.
It was beauty that killed the beast.
Also, this does not make sense. Like, this should be like up here.
And yes, the guinea pig survived.
Yay!
Yay!
This should be up
I
here.
thought they were gonna bash him in the head on accident.
I know, I was thinking that too.
I'll give you a little kind of a clue with it.
But even then, if you do this, then it gets in the way. See?
This is a version. This is a version of this.
The pendant has to
this film is
disappear.
not
It has to.
originally music in it, but he added.
There's no other choice.
Yeah, but even actors. It's a three-part.
There's no
three-part
choice. It's a design flaw for the animation.
about,
It has to disappear.
working class, middle class, and upper class in relation to food.
Because really, the thing should be here, really. If this is realistic,
The contrast
it'd be right here.
The live guinea pig and
See?
stop motion.
This looks the
puppetry
best.
stuff. Or not, no, it wasn't stop motion at first. But it was just an interesting
So yeah,
visual
it's
contrast.
unfortunate, but you know,
So
shit got to
this is his
disappear.
house.
I'll at least keep the ones to where it's not a distraction. But final line work is not going to be there.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's a house like full of
But
things that you would have nightmares about seeing in someone
the
else's
pendant
house as a
is
kid.
being worn by her on the first frame of the idle stance. The stumble animation happens
This is
from
a
the
trailer
idle
for a
stance.
documentary that's actually about like his
So,
life
but
and
it's
work
cool
and
because look what happens.
it's
First frame,
looking at an insane house.
I mean, default frame of idle stance. Boom. This is the start of the shock animation. So here, I can slowly make it disappear. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna disappear as her color changes and as you know the suit changes. It's gonna disappear really. Bam. And then by here, it's gonna maybe disappear.
But
So yeah.
Most of the stuff that you're seeing here is things that he made and built himself over the years. Like his house is like a
That's essentially what's gonna happen.
repository of his creativity. 'Cause, like,
We-
in addition
okay,
to
we saw
doing
that.
Films, he made like tons and tons of sculpture work and stuff, and sculpture and painting work. And stuff.
I don't. I'm just talking through how I
His
feel,
wife
how
is
I see
also-
things.
His
You know.
late wife was also a collaborator with him.
We could just put this right here in terms of knockdown, glasses knockdown, transform her to regular version, briefly manifest them back to return to form. Also, you need to put
He, like, takes, like, natural history.
pendant.
He has a fascination with natural history and like found objects and stuff. And he will make like these weird art
Pendant
objects out of like a mix of like
disappears.
taxidermy and like this bizarre
Mhm.
sculpture play and stuff.
I want to tour his house.
Yeah, well you can in that film basically.
Pendant.
This is one of my favorites of this fucking weird thing.
You're drawing. It's too small. Matter of fact, you need to switch
It's like
to a different
llama
pen.
suit, but with a skull and eyeballs.
Yeah,
instead.
I mean he's a gold mine. Look, his body of work. is, like, all
Disappears.
done.
I know I didn't spell that right.
For, like, creature design. This is from the Alice film. This is a scene where Alice shrinks, so he uses like
Glasses.
a little doll for her. And she's attacked by a bunch of these creatures, like a bunch of these taxidermy and bone creatures.
Reappears
Thank God he had film, because I bet he
when
would have been a serial killer.
glasses.
He's just really
I'll put back on.
strange guy who is a really focused artist. And he did a lot of really cool shit.
I'm going to take the animal pods and make them bats in my
Essentially, that's what that is, dude.
But well, have you seen that meme where?
And that
it's
works
like,
out. Hey, well, let's work for me.
Artists who draw like happy things are actually like super depressed. Like,
And really, this is what good video game designers
Artists
do.
who
Obviously, if
draw,
you're a fan of
super
Marvel's
scary
Capcom,
things
Street
are
Fighter
actually
3, Third
happy
Strike.
and everything like that.
Like Junji Ito.
Even if there's no
Right,
story reason why they shouldn't be wearing something, they'll take it off and they'll change your costume just to make it more fit a fighting game more. I explained this in my 2SKO video. You should watch that.
Medically, I started drawing happy things, and I was like, uh-oh. We got a problem.
It really does depend. I mean, there's like no shortage of artists that are actually like that happy, who do like really happy, fun, cute things. But I mean, there's a lot of people like Miyazaki. The reason why his outlook on life is so depressing is because like the things that he puts value into in his work is the things that he cherishes, or like things that are kind of that he feels are kind of dying or being ripped away from the world.
Miyazaki seems like a dick.
He's got kind of a checkered history regarding how he treats other people, from what I understand. But he's
Oh no.
I wouldn't call him a dick. Yeah, no. I mean, he's a very storied person. There's lots of good and little bits of bad here and there. He's a human being. I'll say that. He hasn't done anything that I would like say would be cancelable, but he's
Not cancelable,
that
but
creative.
he just seems
Oh,
Maybe a
what do
bit
you?
rude.
Just kind of random. What do you think of Miyazaki winning animation of the year over that Spider-Verse movie?
Like, well deserved. That film was a surrealist take on his. It bears a lot of similarities to like the kind of storytelling you get in Jan Schwankmajer films, for that matter. It's like Schwankmajer is a surrealist, and you always got to look for like what the subconscious subtext of what films like that are telling you. Boy and the Heron is a story essentially about Miyazaki looking back on his life's work. Most of the characters that the protagonist encounters in the film are like archetypes of characters from Miyazaki films, like the various forms of the female protagonist characters that show up.
All right, we're good. We're done. And the reason why we added these is because essentially the pendant is gonna boom and it's gonna start disappearing, and the opacity is gonna lower. It's gonna or may break apart. I may animate to break apart,
Miyazaki storytelling and film.
and by here it's gonna be broken apart. And then the glasses puts it back on, stand back
Boy
up.
and the Heron was fucking phenomenal.
I did really enjoy it. I just like, and
I didn't do the glasses. I forgot. There's so much fucking work here. It's because of this character is just too detailed in the external parts. That's the problem with this character.
I couldn't really articulate it that well.
It's an old man reflecting on his life's work in like his creative spark, trying to also like pass it down to other people, and so the film is very much like built around the vibes. It's a reflection back on like all the other films that he's made over the years too, and things that like people he's known and other stuff, and difficulties he's gone through with like the film business and other stuff. You can read all kinds of subtext into what's being said about like certain events, and there's like people that keep analyzing the film and finding more kind of insight into what was said here or there. There's parts in the film that you can kind of see, oh, this is him making snide commentary about when Disney became involved with bringing more attention to Miyazaki's work.
You think we'll get another Studio Ghibli movie?
Ooh,
Well,
hold up.
Of course,
Sorry.
The Studio Ghibli is going to keep going no matter what.
I don't know. Without Miyazaki,
There's 2 more Miyazaki films in the works right now.
You're saying that wasn't his final?
No. I think so. No, let's see.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh yeah, no. He said that he's hinted that there's going to be another movie already. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but he hinted at it. He has been like perpetually in retirement for like the last 20 years.
Well, you better get on it. He ain't getting no younger.
It's like my mom saying she's going to retire, and then she doesn't.
Okay. I'm just trying to picture what he would be like. Like, what's the longest recorded living human?
This chain is so annoying. So in the way.
22 years. This lady in France who died in 1987.
I didn't take into account
So,
like
trying to
exactly
imagine
how
what
this.
Miyazaki cranking out his life,
You know?
his actual last film somewhere in his like early 120s would be like. Oh my god. I don't know how functional he would be at that point, but if he has ideas, he would want to get them. He would want to get them made. Even then.
So now I understand. Yeah, Miyazaki, he's a great animator, genius. I'm curious, what are your feelings then of the Spider-Verse movies?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was good. I have a lot of respect for the people that worked on it. There's not much more to say. It was good.
I was like, it's kind of interesting, like the combination of different like techniques into this 3D movie, or a combination of like 2D.
That don't look right
3D,
either, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna make this
like,
look right.
I don't know what looked like collage. It's.
But here's the thing about the story is
I guess
that
with like
yes, these are glasses, but she's kind of. It's not the source of the power. It's just kind of how she turns it on or off. So I can make it to where she just manifests the glasses. If I do that, then the clarity will be a lot better. But at the same time, if I do that, around this
Yeah.
frame, I'd have to
I found it so
add like,
fascinating to see like how
you know, like
all
powers
those
like this,
styles combined could still like fit into like one
you know, like
cohesive
this
like
or something, and then the glasses
movie,
manifest.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the
Or
style
something
of
like
the
that.
movie is that we have a bunch of different styles that are colliding.
It's
together.
tough.
That's
I don't
the style of
know.
the movie.
It's hard because it's
Yeah.
hard to get clarity.
It just feels like that's like something very hard to pull off.
Oh, I mean, that's what visual development is for.
What is the next Spider-Verse movie?
It has to be knocked off though. Has to be.
Sometime this year, I think. It's a lot darker of a world since that last movie was made, sadly.
Yeah. I was disappointed with this new Stranger Things. You
I
guys
have not
watched
been
Stranger
watching.
Things?
I have not been watching since the season where they had the fucking communist base underneath the mall. I was like, okay, fucking, this is stupid. No, I
I'm
mean,
trying to get some
not only
self-thought
doing
seeds, but they keep
not only doing
speaking
like the most,
Russian.
not only they're doing the most bottom of the barrel, uninteresting like Red Scare propaganda shit, but it's just like this is stupid. This does not make any sense. Like, built an entire base under a mall. Are you fucking kidding me?
How'd they get all the way there?
Yeah, like I mean, like the other place and things like that. Yeah, I just stopped being interested in the show after that because it just it jumped the shark for me at that point. It's like, no, I can't.
This newest season, it's just been, I found it very cringy, and the dialogue very idiotic, and there's so many plot holes. It's just like,
yeah, from what I understand, like everything that was a flaw that you could overlook in the series till now is now starting to come to a head because the show is kind of sort of exposing that the creators are kind of stupid. Because like they had like a lot of great ideas that were like very kind of atmospheric and like based on vibes in the original series, and it's like really well executed. But as things have gone on, they've gotten more narrative. We're kind of seeing that some of their ideas are kind of stupid. in not a good entertaining way.
I mean, it's
in
kind of
a takes you out of the story. This is dumb way. That's
kind of
what it
sucks.
is for me, and I'm hearing that about other aspects of like the story. I am a little sad that I missed out on the Vecna arc because that was apparently quite good.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm just not into the show anymore.
Season 1 was fantastic. Season
This
2
is
was
great. Never mind. This is great. I'm about to not do the. I want to do the chain, but I have to. I can't at all. I can't.
and season 3 is
Because the story needs to be told, man. The story needs to be told. Glasses comes off, catches it, puts it on. You know.
This one, I did not.
This is the 5th season, right?
Pretty sure.
Story needs to be told, man.
I was just kind of like, they showed some like shots, stills, or sorry, flashbacks of season 1 in this newest season, and I was like, oh my god, these kids have grown up so much.
Yeah, yeah. Like, they go from toddlers to like people my age. It's like, whoa.
I was like, holy fuck, I've been watching this show for as long as time.
Yeah.
And I find it weird because I started watching the show and Max was like a little kid. And now
I've
she's
never seen
like
a single
around
episode
my
of Stranger.
age,
I don't even know
and
what that
she's,
is.
like,
I should know it's a
hot,
show
but she's still
or
playing a kid.
something. Never seen a single episode.
So it's like
I take pride in that. I recently watched Arcane.
What are the good shows that are running now, though?
And yo,
Substance.
the first season was great. Man, Arcane was good. The first season, the animation quality. The main characters were terrible. V is the worst character I've ever seen presented in a televised show. I hate her on 2XKO. I hate her here. Jinx was cool, but they didn't push it far enough in terms of going crazy. But I was on the second season of time skip. But otherwise, just some kid with an interest in, you know, gadgets and shit. It's cool.
Pluribus is one of the
Jinx was cool first season. V was a completely terrible character from a writing standpoint.
I think.
And the development and characterization standpoint, completely terrible.
I haven't watched Severance yet. Even
What's his name?
Show that's up my alley.
I forgot the main guy who's the villain in the Undercity.
Yeah, Severance really interesting.
Amazing characters. A lot of these Western shows, the villains are just the best character in the show. It's crazy how they write them well there, but the protagonist is the worst character from a writing standpoint. So it's like, yo.
Oh, the new Fallout season was out.
It's like, man, that's.
Watched that.
I've watched the first episode.
But the show was great. I mean, the first season it was cool. There was a lot of characters you liked. It wasn't named Jace, that one sniper girl.
What's up?
It's only on Amazon Prime.
It was cool, you know. The council, great. It was so great. Season 2, you already know what I'm about to say. It's a common opinion. LOL. What a fucking fall off. Let me just say that. Just terrible. I didn't even make it to the last. I only made it 5-6 episodes in and I dropped it. Just bad.
You ever seen The Sopranos?
No purpose.
Years ago, yeah.
Characterization is bad.
Recently.
When the main character doesn't have a goal and is just swung around and pulled. When the story is controlling the direction of the main character, then that's when it's a bad show, bad story. If the main character is subject to the winds of the story, you know? And that's not built into the story to where the main character's in a destitute situation and they,
that's kind of the
you know, they're trying to get out of it. Maybe they're a slave, maybe there's an invasion of their kingdom and then the slaves are freed. That's different than like, that's different than a case of like Ichigo Kurosaki in Bleach, to where in the first season, I, on my own, of my own agency and volition, is going to decide to rescue Rukia, and I'm gonna bring my friends along, and we're gonna go to the Soul Society. When the story is being conducted by the main character, right? And then we get to the Bound Saga, and then the story is conducting the main character, and this is when the show goes to shit, you know? Oh. So that's essentially what what Arcane does. Where the main character, even though I hate her, I'm still objectively speaking in terms of why it's a bad story in regards to her. Even though I hate her, she still needs to command the story. The story is about the two sisters, you know what I mean? But the fact that they don't do that, and yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. They don't know what they're doing. They had one good season and probably by accident, and you know, that was it. And so the show ended on a terrible note, and then, you know, it's not going to make a mark in history.
That's really great. I love it. The Fear Street trilogy is one of my favorite things of anything that Netflix has made, and it is good to watch those.
I'm fucking with that. Yeah, so I'm done here.
Plot interconnects immediately and stuff. It's a wonderful, hell of a good time to watch that with your friends if they've never seen that trilogy, and if you all go in blind and stuff. Even if you rewatch it again, it's
something tells me, what if I kind of
genuine joy and thrill to rewatch that series. It's really fun.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Is it on Netflix or?
Yeah, Netflix.
Cool.
This is kind of hard because I don't have much frames to work with when it comes to this. That's why this is hard. To make a real smooth hair pull down, I don't have much frames to work with.
Because she gets very scared about anything horror.
Yeah, there's some gore and graphic stuff that happens in it.
I can handle movies.
It doesn't, like, none of it really like scares me. Like, it's fun horror for me, even though there is gore and graphic stuff. It's more it's more of the dread of like feeling sad for these characters that you come to like where that horrible stuff happens to. But don't worry, there's an excellent payoff at the end. Like, it's all working towards a really satisfying conclusion. It's an excellent, excellent trilogy of films. Do not see the fourth film. The fourth film has nothing to do with the. Is only loosely connected to the other three. The fourth film is kind of shit and is not by the same people, so don't bother with it. The fourth film only came out like this year and it sucked. But the Fear Street trilogy is what you want to see.
I can handle movies, but I cannot play a scary game. God.
I'd have to like pause it sometimes because I felt like a heart attack coming on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I gotta calm down sometimes. They get
You mean like horror movies in general, or Fear Street?
horror games.
Oh, horror games.
Yeah, because like it's scarier because like you're in control, so like you're kind of responsible for the progression.
Yeah, you feel more instinctively vulnerable when you play a horror game. It's like certain kinds of horror games can put you into a vulnerable spot where you might like. I am not someone who jump scares easily, but I can like I can be made to feel vulnerable where a jump scare would get to me when I'm playing a game, because like something about like you being in control of that and like having to react to things and like feeling like, cause like when you're in especially like in a first person game, but it also happens in some third person games, like you in your periphery vision there might be something happening that you can't quite detect that you have to whip around and react to, and then like that kind of like there might be some kind of like primal fear response that's happening. That's being triggered.
This part is like, this is where I don't know kind of what's going on.
First person is scary.
It's just not enough frames for me to.
Freaking horrifying.
Not enough frames.
I think that's like I want to see Resident Evil 7, and oh my gosh, like
yeah, it was called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard in the U.S. and then in Japan it was called Biohazard Resident Evil Biohazard 7.
Yeah,
Resident Evil.
that's why I gotta say 7 because it's like no, not 1997.
Yeah,
so
the original title of the game in Japan was Biohazard of the game series. It got changed. It got changed to Resident Evil for some weird reason. But Biohazard makes much more sense for like what the game is about. Like it's about bio-horror monsters. And the zombies in it aren't supernatural. They're horror-beaten monsters and stuff. But they've over the years kind of played with the fact that the name title got changed and started playing with the supernatural aspects a little more. And you can see that especially in Resident Evil 8, The Village.
Definitely,
it's still bio-horror, but it's like. But it's also very supernatural.
Like a dark fantasy.
Yeah.
That's not the one with the Las Plagas, right?
Yeah. The mold.
Oh, it is. It is the one with Las Plagas.
The magic mold. The magic plot mold.
Yes.
The magic plot mold that makes everything possible. It's their MacGuffin for why everything is happening.
It's natural umbrella.
Why are they vampires? The mold. Why are they werewolves? The mold.
Like a 1950s horror or something. The mold.
Why do I have electric powers? The mold.
The mold.
Mold.
Why is that guy a weird fish dude? The mold.
Silent Hill's like, your brain's just messed up.
People have been telling me that for years.
Well, there's also something wrong with the town. The town itself is like doing.
There we go. I think that's it.
You have like the Claudia theories and stuff too.
Yeah.
The town is doing something.
The town is like on the edge of reality, basically, and so.
And there's like
the border between the subconscious and the nightmare space and reality starts to manifest.
But why though? The mold.
No, I mean there is mold there, but
a lot of it.
that doesn't have anything. This is mold. It's regular ass mold.
Oh, it's not super psychedelic
the James visiting there, like he probably cut his lifespan short by about like 15 years from going through all the same way that like the people who filmed the movie Stalker.
Yeah, this is just kind of bookkeeping.
In like dilapidated.
You want to kind of see the differences and stuff.
Everyone on the film got some form of horrible.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, what I just did is much better. What I just did is much better.
Tarkovsky. Well, no, Tarkovsky is a legendary filmmaker. Like, he's the Stanley Kubrick of Russia, basically.
Are we talking Genndy Tarkovsky, or is this a different?
No, Tarkovsky. Tarkovsky.
Oh, Tarkovsky. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's like the Stanley Kubrick of Russia, but he made the film Stalker, which also the game Stalker is Stanley loosely inspired by, but not really.
All right, we're done.
Has some aspects.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm satisfied with this. There's gonna be some videos that come out about the arcade stick art I've been doing, about this. Maybe even the tech video coming out. Stay tuned. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later. Where I blow my brains out looking at this for an additional hour.
Other half of the film.
Anyway.